Gotta test this out. Gotta test this out. Gotta test this out. Gotta test this out. What's up, LJ? What's up, LJ? You already know I'm just figuring this thing out. Can you guys hear the commercial or no? Because if you guys can hear the commercial, that means you're going to be able to hear the draft. Can you guys hear this commercial? Let me know. No, you said you can't hear this commercial. Okay, for sure. Then, let's see.
I will stand upon your shoulders and I feel a little stronger. You gave me a little.
No, but now you guys are just hearing it through the microphone. No one wants to hear that.
Life is a constant flow of seasons and souls who
My
touch
bad,
your
y'all. I'm just
life.
trying to make sure you guys can hear this.
If you never told them
I
how
heard
much
there's
they
not gonna be
mean to you,
copyright us for this.
now is your
So, I guess
chance.
we'll find out.
I broke my wings and I couldn't fly. I lost my way, I was going blind.
Let me get this
You
little
gave me
square
light
off.
when I couldn't see. You gave me words when I couldn't speak. And you said,
Dang, I feel
you
like I suck
are
with
not
technology.
alone.
But how to express what you feel? Not in so many words, only two.
What's up, y'all?
A simple
Jackson.
phrase that
What's
says-
up, everybody? No, I want to make sure you guys can hear this.
When I had doubts,
Can you guys hear the
you
commercial?
believed in me.
We're all in this together. I will stand upon your shoulders and I feel a little stronger. You gave me a little hope and I say thank
Let me know what you guys can hear. Seriously.
The neighborhood that saw
Let me
you
know what you
grow
guys can hear.
will see you
If you
join
guys
a
can
new
hear anything, let me
community.
know.
But the
This is where
extended
NBA
family
draft
that
is
got you
gonna be. So
here
if you guys can hear this,
always be there for
then you're
you,
going to be able to hear the
and
draft.
you for them.
Welcome to the NBA Draft.
I'm standing on your shoulders.
You can hear me a little.
Saying
Dang.
thank you.
And now in this defining moment,
Love you, Cole.
you are so grateful for what they've done,
being my guide and light through these tough times.
and they are so proud.
Congratulations.
All right, can you hear me and the TV now or no?
Dreams come true. You will on your way.
Standing on your shoulders, yeah.
We are joined near the day to count our blessings
Give a little hope to me.
and
Okay,
we begin
okay,
the
cool,
season
cool.
for giving thanks.
Then yeah, I think I figured it out.
Saying thank you.
You're watching
You guys can-
NBA
you guys can see the
Draft
commercial, yeah?
2020 presented by State Farm. Tonight, the Bristol campus.
Maybe one day, Jackson, maybe
ESPN,
one day.
Home of the worldwide
All right,
leader
for sure. So now
is the heartbeat and
we
the
know what I gotta
epicenter
do
of
here.
basketball. The NBA
Set
Draft
this
will be
thing up.
conducted here in this era of the pandemic. We'll hear from the players selected, and they will have their moment with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. As we get set to start this NBA
For
Draft
sure.
2020, here is Commissioner Silver.
All right.
Good evening and welcome to
All right,
the
can you guys hear?
2020
Can you guys hear
NBA
Adam
Draft.
Silver?
Well, we wish we could be in an arena hosting the top picks, their families and friends, and thousands of fans. We are grateful to ESPN for still finding a way to make this one of the most memorable nights on the NBA calendar. The draft marks a new beginning for our teams, and it's a new chapter for the next generation of players in search
Can you
of
guys hear
their
it clearly,
NBA
or is it kind of choppy?
This draft, however, is anything but ordinary. Seasons cut short, no NCAA tournament or NBA Summer League, not even pickup games in most places. And with opening night fast approaching and less time to prepare,
All right, thank you,
this class
LJ.
of
Good to
rookies
know.
will be challenged more than ever before. But they are ready. Like so many
sure this is all
organizations
set up
fighting their way
right.
through the pandemic, we're trying to adapt to a new normal. At the same time, we recognize that virtually every decision comes with enormous uncertainty. By opening our season on Christmas week, we not only hope to find a way to operate safely and responsibly, but to inspire resilience and optimism in others who are also struggling through these difficult times. And while tonight we welcome the best of the best from around the world, we also celebrate a game whose universal values have been passed down from generation
All right, so you
to
guys can hear
generation.
Adam Silver, right?
Values like respect, equality, tolerance, and fairness. That's why basketball is a game for everyone.
Sweet.
And one whose values
Sweet, sweet.
we can all share. So let's get started with this terrific group of young men who are moments away from hearing their names called. The first pick in the 2020
gosh.
NBA
They're
draft
picking.
belongs to the Minnesota
Oh,
Timberwolves.
I'm stupid. No,
With
they're
5 minutes to make their selection.
Oh, they're picking in 5 minutes. Okay. Yes, I remember everybody.
Timberwolves
What's up? I remember
are
everybody.
on the clock. Minnesota with Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell as cornerstones there and trying to sort of re-energize a franchise that has really struggled in recent years. And the question is exactly how will they go about that? The franchise was established in 1989.
All right, y'all, so they have
The biggest
5 minutes
star
to
in
make their pick.
Timberwolves history, easily the big ticket. Kevin Garnett, the 5th pick taken in the 1995 draft. He is the franchise leader in basically every statistical category. Under the
Yo,
great
I have a
Will
question for you
Saunders,
guys.
They went to the playoffs
So,
8 straight times in 2004.
next season,
They
I'm
reached
thinking
the
about
Western
posting
Conference
2 videos a
Finals.
day,
Kevin Garnett
just to
was
talk about the
MVP.
2 best games.
But since
Do you guys think that's
2007,
too
it's been a
much?
really tough time
Or do you think that's
for
the right way to grow
Timberwolves.
this
They have the
channel? Let me
lowest
know.
winning percentage in the NBA.
Bat
But
Namana.
now
What's
with the
up,
first
man?
pick,
All the
will
way
they
from New
keep that
Zealand.
for
What's up, dude?
themselves and add someone to go with Towns and Russell, or will they trade it?
I'm
Reece
hiring
Davis,
editors.
alongside Jay
We're gonna get
Williams,
this
Jay
job
Billis,
done.
Mike Schmitz, Adrian Morjanowski will have all of the news for us throughout the night. Malika Andrews will be talking to the players as they are selected. Bobby
All right,
Marks from
there's
the front
4
office
minutes left
perspective
until they
will
pick.
give us some
Who do you guys
insight
think
there
is
as
going
well.
first
So
overall?
Minnesota on
I
the
think
clock
it's
right now.
LaMelo.
Woj told us earlier in our
Yes,
draft
TBP.
preview
I remember
show
everybody.
that
What's
they're
up, Bat
taking
Namana?
calls
What's
right
up,
up until the
Jackson?
moment that they
What's
have to
up,
announce their pick.
Malachi?
You're
Everybody,
sitting
what's
in their
up?
shoes. How would you approach this? What would you do?
Well, first, if you're going to use the pick, you take the best player. I'm not sure that at the number 1.
You have James
spot,
Wiseman?
You're worried too much about fit. I think
Okay,
you're
well,
worried
we'll
about
see.
the best
I don't
player
think James
available.
Wiseman's
And
going
this
first
year,
unless they trade him
the top
because
3 players
they already
you're
have
looking
Karl
at are
Anthony
all
Towns.
different. They're really different. And I
You know
think
what? I'm gonna
reasonable
put
basketball
not
minds can
clickbait
differ
in the
on, is
title
LaMelo
real quick,
Ball the
so
right
more
choice,
people
or
actually
Anthony
click on
Edwards the
this
right
thing.
choice.
More people
Those are
actually
close
click on
calls to make. But if you are going to wait, if they are fielding offers right now and you're not sold on the top pick, you're not sold on your guy, trading down and getting multiple assets is not a bad thing in this draft because you can get a couple of starters here that could wind up turning into all-stars if you're not sure that the guy you're taking at the top is going to be a franchise caliber player for you.
I think it's safe to assess this class and say there's no LeBron James in this class. There's no one guy that can just carry a franchise to a championship pretty much on his own back, right?
That you're sure of.
That you're sure of as of right now. I think there's a lot of
Jordan,
pieces
I
in
have
this draft.
James
So if
going
you're
to the
Minnesota,
Golden State too.
You are taking a lot
Peter,
of calls
what's
on
up,
the last
dude?
wire. I
What's
think
up,
that's
Peter?
a smart move. But Jay, I would kind of slightly differ with you. I don't know if taking a LaMelo Ball with having a D'Angelo Russell who needs to be on the ball.
You guys can
and
hear
handle the
these
ball
guys
to that
talking on
extent would be
TV,
the best
right?
Move for them. You know, James Wiseman has already said he didn't come out and say this, but he hasn't taken a workout with Minnesota. Not sure about how he thinks the fit would be.
Dang,
with
look
the
at
Karl
LaMelo.
Anthony Towns. I think Anthony
Look at
Edwards
LeVar. Look
is
at the whole
right
family.
selection here if they do not decide to trade it. The question just becomes that youth. You know, if you can trade it and get a veteran around Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, that can help them with the 5-year trajectory of this team.
Yeah, and Edwards would give them an infusion of athleticism that they really don't have. If you look at D'Angelo Russell, more of a cerebral, skill-based guy. Karl Anthony Towns is the same way, whereas, I mean, we've seen Anthony Edwards. He's a freight train to the rim when he wants to be 230 pounds. He'll put you on a poster, and he can go get a
Jackson
bucket
said
at will.
LaMelo
So
and
I do
LeVar
think
have beef.
basketball-wise, it would make a
I
lot of
mean,
sense drafting
whatever they
Anthony
may have
Edwards. I
going
would still
on,
go with LaMelo Ball.
I'm sure they
It's
still
a
have a great relationship.
It's a multi-guard league
I don't
right
know.
now. Multiple ball handlers. Teams want guys who can dribble, pass, and shoot, and I'll take the 6'7" guy.
Guys,
who can make
1
every
minute
time
and 30
better.
seconds
But
left
still, I get
until
fit
the
with Anthony
Timberwolves have to
See
pick.
the key players the Timberwolves have, hoping that D'Angelo Russell will live up to his draft position from a few years ago when he was taken second overall. Anything in terms of any of these guys that particularly worry you? And a lot of times teams are afraid to go number one because they don't want that big bust like we've seen teams have.
Yeah, I wouldn't say worry, but there are concerns. I mean, with Edwards, he's not the most focused defender. His shot selection is
Less than a
questionable.
minute left until they have to pick.
And there is a thing
Let's
about
get it.
is he going to
Let me
do
see
what
if I
it
can
takes to be
throw
great? LaMelo Ball
more
doesn't shoot it
hashtags
great.
on
He's
here.
not a great. Actually, Lonzo's a better shooter coming out of college or coming into the draft, I should say, than LaMelo is right now. And he also doesn't guard anybody. Now that may change in the future, but right now that's sort of who he is.
Got about 30 seconds left on the clock right now. Woj told us a little while ago that they were going to field calls right up until the very end. Remember, Minnesota's got 3 of the top 33 picks in this draft right now, so they have some assets to play with right now.
Yeah,
So
117-33. Also, Malik Beasley, he's a restricted free agent too, so
Bam.
that can play.
All right,
a little
y'all.
bit of factor
14 more seconds.
And just drafted
Let's see what happens.
Exactly.
So we've got just seconds to go now, winding down. And
All right, y'all.
the pick
Couple
is not
seconds.
in, which
I'ma
means
shut up.
that
Let's see what
perhaps
happens.
the Timberwolves are entertaining everything and anything that people are sending their way. Do they have the right cornerstones, Jay Will, in terms of can they build
on.
a big-time
Why are they
winner
still talking?
with Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell as the cornerstones of the franchise?
Look, I mean, if you want to keep Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota, you need to start putting the right pieces around him to start winning these type of games. It's been a challenging year for Karl Anthony Towns all the way around. My condolences to him losing his mother this year due to COVID. It's been incredibly difficult for him. But I do like the core, especially if D'Lo continues to progress in the way he's progressing, right? When he came
I'm
from
sorry,
Brooklyn,
why are
he
they
was an
still talking?
all-star,
Shouldn't we
made
be
the
hearing a
all-star
pick?
team, was playing at a very high level. I love that combo.
No,
You
it
just need the
happens
right
this
pieces
way every
around
year.
those two to make it work.
And that's why I think Edwards can help, just giving you that scoring punch. But like Jay said earlier, all these guys at the top have major question marks. So, I mean, James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball.
That guy
all of
looks
them,
like
Anthony
Kevin
Edwards,
Love.
They all have major questions.
So the first pick, the 2020 NBA draft, is in. The Minnesota Timberwolves have made.
Oh my God.
a
All right, guys.
selection, and
All right,
here's
y'all.
the
Let's see what
commissioner,
happens.
Adam Silver on his way to the podium.
I got
With
LaMelo.
the first pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony Edwards from the University of Georgia.
Oh.
So Anthony Edwards with his mother and grandmother with him there in spirit. He knows which hat he can take out of that big box now, and it is the one that belongs to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah. Congrats to that man. Congrats.
Able to share the moment virtually with Commissioner Adam Silver. Anthony Edwards comes from Atlanta, Georgia. When he was just 3 years old, his dad started calling him Ant-Man, and it really started to stick. But he wasn't always destined to become a basketball player, because the Pop Warner Pee Wee Leagues for the Atlanta Vikings, he was running roughshod away from people.
I think that's actually a
How
good
in the
pick.
world did Kirby
I really
Smart
think that's a
let
good
him go
pick.
play basketball?
Because
Look at that big fella.
they have
getting in
D'Lo,
the end zone. But
they
he's
have
still
Cat,
on the basketball court in
and
high
this
school.
guy's a
He
bucket.
became Georgia's
This guy's a
biggest
bucket.
recruit
So
since
I think that was a good
Dominique
pick.
Wilkins, the human highlight film.
I don't think they would have gone
Past
wrong
season for
if they
Tom
took
Crean's
LaMelo. I
Bulldogs,
think that
he
would have been a
led
good
all
pick too.
Division I freshmen
But
in scoring.
this guy's
Was
for sure
the
a good,
SEC
might even be a
Freshman
better
of the Year.
pick.
The
So
vertical
yeah.
leap is over 40.
All right, who's
He
going
is a
second?
Huge and explosive
Yeah,
talent.
Jackson,
Anthony
shout out to
Edwards
you, man.
probably
You're
recalls those
one
days
of my
growing up
my
in
best
Atlanta
supporters.
and
Thank
the
you, man.
impact that both his mother and his grandmother had on him, whether it was taking him to Steak and Shake or his mom rewarding him for good games with Snickers and Skittles. Those memories are things that he will cherish forever.
My mom was smiling, always happy. Nobody could ever make her mad. She always worked hard for her kids. My grandma kept everything together. When we,
I can't tell if
didn't have a
that's his
place to
mom or
stay,
his grandma.
She let us come stay
That's
with
how
her.
young that woman looks.
I knew my mom and my grandma had cancer. My mom was in a lot of pain a lot of
Oh,
times.
man, his
but
mom had
she
cancer?
wouldn't show it. She'd just go to
That's
the hospital
horrible.
and just sit there for a couple of days. And my grandmother had been battling it for like 4 to 5 years.
Damn, they got this emotional
When my mom
music in
passed,
here,
I was
man.
14 years
They got
old.
this emotional music. Oh my
And
goodness.
then probably like a couple months.
And he made it to the
after
league. That's
my
crazy.
grandma, that she passes away. So it was terrible.
That's
for our
crazy.
whole
Oh my
family.
God, she passed away.
Everything I do, I wish they was here to see it. But my angels.
Damn,
my
he
mom
said
and my
he wishes
grandmother
they were here to see it.
keep me
Oh my
uplifted.
gosh.
They wake me up every day.
I'm gonna
They
need a
smile on
camera
my
break.
face.
Shed a
Just keep
tear.
going for them.
Okay. Sorry, got a
What
little emotional
a
hearing to
powerful story.
hearing
And
to his story.
Anthony, with
Listening to his
those two
story.
women that are behind
crazy.
you,
That's
literally
crazy. That's
and
crazy.
figuratively
All right,
in
all right.
mind, with their legacies in mind, you've said that being the #1 pick would be.
Make sure you
exceptionally
subscribe if you're
cool.
not subscribed
Here we
already.
are.
Seriously.
How does it feel?
I'm risking a bunch of copyrights, so just hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Come on, y'all.
I can't even
You know the
describe it.
routine.
My family is emotional. I feel like when I get off here, I'm gonna get emotional, and I'm just blessed to beyond measures to be in this situation.
And you said that your mother and grandmother have built you to be.
Can you guys
who
hear the
are,
interview?
and
I wanna
you
make sure you
wouldn't
guys
be
can hear
who
it.
you are today without them. How are you honoring their legacy today?
As you can see, my grandmother's right here, and my mother is right here, and the shirt that with the collaboration I had, I got my grandmother's name and my mother's name in my shirt, so they're with me at all times.
Absolutely. This is a really special day for your family. We are wishing you all the best. Congratulations. I know this looks different, but happy
Is that
number
Taylor
one pick.
Rooks? I'm not
Reese,
sure.
back to you.
I'm not sure if that's Taylor
Anthony,
Rooks.
thank you very much. And Jay, you mentioned it, just elite athleticism.
Well, he's very gifted with natural ability.
Oh,
His
that's a
body
nasty
balance,
dunk,
his
dude.
power,
Bro,
his strength,
whoever this dude's
his
barber is
ability
needs to go
attack
first
the
overall.
basket. When he
Anthony
decides to go
Edwards,
to the
your
rim,
barber needs to go
nobody
first
is going
overall,
to get
dude.
in his way.
That's,
He's going to go through
this dude
somebody
always has the
over him.
freshest line.
The problem is he didn't go to the rim as much as he should have. He didn't shoot as many free throws.
Anthony Edwards
but
barber.
A three-level scorer, meaning he's got
He should
really
go first
deep
overall.
range from three. He can put the ball on the deck and get to the rim. And he's
Carolina
got a good middle
Casper
game. He
said
can
you the
pull
GOAT
up.
for this.
He's got a
Appreciate
good
you, my dude.
step-back
Appreciate
move.
you.
Offensively,
Appreciate you, dude.
he can really score. He just wasn't as efficient because he settled for a lot of three-point shots, a number of them contested. He's got the ability to be an outstanding defender. He's got a 6'9" wingspan, and with that crazy athleticism, his ability to get off the floor, he can really get down in a stance and guard when he wants to. The question is, does he want to all the time? He hasn't been a concentrated defender and sustained it over time.
All right, who
He's
do y'all
got
think should
all
be
the tools.
number 2?
The
I think
work
they're
ethic
going with
is
James
Coach
Wiseman.
Tom Crean
I think they're
has
going to
said
pick
he's
James
never
Wiseman.
had a player like Edwards, and he's had Victor Oladipo and Dwayne Wade.
Zara, what's up, dude?
Fantastic talent. The question is how serious is he going to be about being great? That's really the question about
You know,
him,
I think
because
that's so
he's got all the
disrespectful.
tools to be
This
great.
dude just said he's
Jay,
not
we were
sure
at the
how
game in
serious
Maui against
Anthony
Michigan
Edwards
State. I
is
mean,
going
he
to
looked
take
like an
his
NBA
job in
All-Star.
the NBA.
33 points
Like,
in the second half.
come on,
37
man.
points on the
Are you
game.
kidding me?
Every move he
Are you
makes
kidding me?
is an NBA caliber move.
What do you mean?
Step
You're not
back,
sure how
his footwork
seriously he's
is
gonna take his
ridiculous, and he
job?
moves a little bit like James Harden.
Like, you think
just
he
in
worked
terms
this
of
hard
the size,
his
the
whole life just
physicality,
to
the
be here and
shiftiness?
slack
I think
off?
he can have a
Come
Donovan
on, man.
Mitchell type of
That's
impact in the
disrespectful.
NBA. A guy you
Maybe
can
I'm
give the
tripping.
ball
You
and
guys
say,
can
hey,
let me
go
know
get us a
if
bucket,
you
go
if
play
you
some
guys
pick
think
and
I'm
roll,
right
go
or
make
if you guys
something
think I'm
happen, you
tripping.
know? He
Let me
needs to
know.
buy in
But
defensively.
I think
He
it's
needs to take
disrespectful
better
to
shots,
say
but the talent is
you're not
certainly
sure
there.
how
I mean, the talent-
seriously
there's no
a
doubt
guy's
the
going to take
talent
his
is
job
there.
in the
And he
NBA.
goes into the
Like, come
West,
on, man.
which
He
is
just got
one of the most
drafted, and you're
challenging,
already going to say that.
conferences to play
That's so
in.
disrespectful.
But ultimately, I like the young core of this team. I guess the next question for them moving forward is, who are
But
the
you guys can
veteran
let me know.
presences that
Am
you're
I
keeping
tripping,
around
or
them to
do I
make
have
sure
some
that
kind of logic
this
to
team
what I'm saying?
continues
Let me
to
know.
grow in the right direction. I think that's important when you have guys like Kat, D'Angelo Russell.
Jackson,
now
we can
Anthony
talk about that
Now,
later, my
Anthony
dude.
Edwards added
We
to
can
the
talk about that
Minnesota
later.
puzzle for the time being. And the team that will make the next selection is the Golden State Warriors. And if you happen to just be joining us as the Warriors are on the clock, word came.
All right, Warriors, they have
this
to pick
afternoon,
in how
Klay
long?
Thompson, who was
In like
coming
a
off an
minute.
injury to his
Come on.
left ACL, injured his right lower leg, the severity of which is not known yet. So the Warriors were anticipating going into this draft.
Who do you guys think is getting picked number 2? Come on.
With Klay Thompson healed and ready to go. But now they're waiting to see how severe that injury is to Klay Thompson. And certainly we're all hopeful that it is not serious. But
You guys hear about
Golden State's on the
Klay
clock
Thompson?
Right now, have a chance to add and perhaps recharge this dynasty. What do you expect from them in light of the injury and really how they should approach this?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of swinging in the dark here, RD, because depending upon what I'm hearing about the severity of the injury will probably shift slightly maybe to what I decide to do. I don't know if I'm getting Klay Thompson back soon or not. But look, I'm on the side of saying, hey, they were already kind of playing around with the notion of trading.
Come
the
on.
pick,
We don't want to
right?
see
That was
these
something that
fools
was on the
talk.
table
Let's go.
before.
Let's
If you
show
can
some
trade
basketball.
the pick to a Chicago Bulls for the 4th pick and get a guy like Wendell Carter, then you get your big. What also maybe getting a guy like Danny, who we talked about before.
No,
That gives you that
it's all
big,
good. I don't
bigger
mind
size
if you
guard
guys
that can
like
still
watch
defend,
me
that
every
maybe do some
day
of
or
the
if you
things
watch
Klay
me once
could
a
do,
month.
not
It's
shoot the ball as
cool.
well
It's
enough
cool.
and buy you some time until you
You
get
know,
Klay back.
I took some time
The
off after
Warriors
the
are really
NBA season
smart.
ended
And I
anyway.
think the one
'cause
thing
I
in
felt
light
like I
of this
needed a
Klay
break.
Thompson
I was
injury,
uploading
to
every
your
single
point, we
day.
don't know the
I'm a
severity of
full-time
it. They
college
know more
student
than we
as
do,
well,
obviously, right now.
and
But
I was
think
just
you
pretty
stay disciplined and
overwhelmed.
you
So
stick
I
to
didn't
your
post for
plan,
like 2
and
weeks.
You don't overreact. So if LaMelo Ball was your guy, you take him. If James
And by the
Wiseman
way,
is
if
your
you guys
guy,
aren't
you take
subscribed,
him. If you
hit
were
that
gonna trade
subscribe
the pick
button.
and
I'm
you
literally
get what you
risking
want
a
for it,
copyright
then you
just
pull
to
the
get you
trigger
guys
on
to
that.
stream. So
but I
hit
don't,
that sub
I don't
button.
overreact to this, and I think they're too smart to do
And
that.
I know you all want to
The
see
two options here
LaMelo
are
get
James
drafted,
Wiseman
so
and
I'm
LaMelo
trying to
Ball,
get you
but
guys
if you
that,
do end up
that on
moving
here.
back, another name to think about is Tyrese Halliburton.
CS
out of
Sweat,
Iowa State.
what's good,
I
bro?
think he's a perfect fit with this Warriors
Miles,
group. He
what's
doesn't
good,
need
bro?
A lot of volume on the ball to be
Zen,
effective.
what's
He's a
up?
ball mover. mover. He really shoots it, fits their style perfectly.
Isaac Okoro wouldn't be bad there either from Auburn.
Isaac Okoro, a guy who had
Jackson,
a
I
good
mean,
season for Bruce
I could
Pearl
make a
last
James
year,
Harden
but the pick
analysis,
is in.
but
The Warriors have
analysis
made
are
a
normally for
decision,
players that
and
are
now
about to come
on his
into the
way to the
NBA
podium with the
or just
selection, the second
rookies
overall
or
in this
second-year
2020
players.
NBA
Everybody
draft.
already
It's
knows how
Commissioner
James
Adam
Harden
Silver.
plays. You feel me? So I don't know how good my analysis would even
With
be.
the second pick in the 2020
Okay, they're picking, guys.
NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select James Weissman from the University
Yep.
of Memphis.
Damn, look at his mom crying.
James
We
Wiseman
love to
at
see
his
it.
home in
That's who I
Nashville,
thought.
Tennessee,
Yep,
played
that's
just
who
a
I
few
thought.
games for Memphis this past season, but he goes second overall to Golden State. A big versatile
Mama's like,
guy.
"We're
He
rich.
had his versatile
We're
moment
rich."
with the commissioner, and he has his Golden State Warriors
Yeah.
hat at the ready to go. He was the #1
Guys,
recruit
I think that is
last
a
year in
very, very good pick.
2019. Played for Penny Hardaway in high school and in college.
A couple months ago,
Games
I
at
made a
Memphis
video
before
saying that I
withdrawing
think James Wiseman
for the
should go to the
NBA
Golden State
draft.
Warriors.
And you see that he was a force and he was prepared. He had people talking in the preseason last year with Wiseman and Precious Achiuwa both being at Memphis that perhaps they would run it all
Holy
the way,
crap. Okay,
to
so
the Final
Charlotte
Four.
has the
It
next
didn't
pick.
unfold that
Earlier
way.
today-
Wiseman had a long and winding road. He credits Penny Hardaway for making
Okay.
him into the player he is.
All right, I'm going to talk until they interview him. But earlier
Me and
today,
Penny Hardaway, we
Michael
met
Jordan
really
said
in
that
my
they would
junior
not
year.
mind
He
drafting
told me just how
LaMelo.
to
Okay,
approach
he's
the
talking.
game,
Hold
how
on.
to study film every day. He taught me about the game of basketball, how to think the game, and just like how to be in the game and how to be in the moment. He would tell me a lot of stories about Shaq, just like how he ran the floor for his size, and really just me and him studying film about Shaq. If we mess up on a play or something, or like if I mess up or make a mistake, he'd be like, "Man, what you doing? You need to get back on defense." Or he'd be like,
Someone
"Man,
asked who the first pick was. It was
like,
Anthony
you just messed up that
Edwards.
Play right there. Man, we gotta make this perfect.
I think
And he just
LaMelo's
went
going
there, so
third.
like,
We'll see.
then I'd be like, "Oh man, suicide. So gotta get on the line." You have a coach that already played in the NBA, and him knowing like how the NBA plays, it helped out my game a lot, and it really impacted my game in a positive way.
Here is Wiseman's reaction to being selected.
Damn, he's
second
crying.
overall.
That's how you
Davis
know.
never-
That's how you
never
know
gets
he's
tired.
real.
He never ceases to be
He's
amazed
real about
by
this.
the emotion and the gravity of the moment when
Yeah.
they know it's coming, and yet still when the moment happens, it hits really deep.
Dude,
He's
I
just
think
a
Melo might go to
tremendous
Charlotte.
Yeah, he is a complete package as a big guy. 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, incredibly mobile for his size, and he can finish at the rim. He's got really good feet, and you could see that little turnaround jumper.
Dude,
He
I
can
basically
score in the post.
spoke
He
this
can step
into
away, knock
existence.
down a 17-foot
I
jumper.
said he's
But
gonna
I
get
think he
drafted
can
to the
also
Warriors,
stretch that out to
like,
NBA three-point
in June.
range.
I
He
said
can
that in,
block
like, June.
shots. He is a big-time rebounder and a lob threat as well. The question is
I should
going
add that
be,
to my
has the
resume.
game changed so
6
much
months
that
ago,
a
I
big
said
guy like this,
the Golden
who I
State
liken
Warriors
to
should
a-
try to
a
get
bigger
James
Chris
Wiseman.
Bosh.
All right, you guys,
He came
2
out of
minutes
Georgia
until the
Tech
next
in
pick.
2003.
Do you guys think
I
LaMelo's
think
going
the
to
game's
Charlotte?
passed
Yes or no?
by great
Is
big guys,
LaMelo
and I
going
think
to the
James
Hornets? Let me
Wiseman
know
has a
right now.
chance in this league to be a great big man.
They have 2 minutes to
James
pick.
Wiseman going second overall to Golden State, and the newest Warrior is with Malika.
Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed already.
Thanks,
All right, they're going to
Reese
interview him.
James, congratulations. After everything that you've been through, both personally and collegiately this year, what does it mean? How does it feel to finally call yourself an NBA player?
I mean, all praises be to God first.
Amen.
But just me going through this adversity made me stronger as a person, and I'm truly ready to go to Golden State and just to go and just learn as much as possible and just be the best version of me and just work every day.
How
Yeah.
have those rigors prepared you for what you were going to face in this league?
It's been great adversity, just having God on my side, just leading me throughout the way, having Coach P on my side, my family on my side, and really just building my mental toughness and just creating that chip on my shoulder to where I just stay humble but just work hard every day and just leave all the praise to God.
And because of the
This is
pandemic,
awesome.
James, you haven't played organized basketball in over a year. What, for those who haven't seen you play, what do you bring to this Golden State team?
Just versatility, be able to rebound, run the floor, block shots, and just space the floor out for my size. And I've been playing like a lot of pickup games and stuff this summer, and like I just been just really just improving my game every day. So I'm ready and I'm prepared.
Congratulations, James. Reese.
Okay,
Wow.
Malika, so the
Bro,
Warriors
this
go
dude
with James
gets a 10 out of 10 for his
Wiseman and
interview.
Charlotte Hornets with
You guys
the
hear
third
how humble
overall
he sounded?
pick, and the pick
That dude,
is
that was
now
awesome.
in. One would assume the top three going into this draft by consensus: Edwards, Wiseman, and LaMelo.
All right, y'all.
Ball.
So there's like a minute left
Will
until the
do
Charlotte
with
Hornets
the third
pick.
overall pick.
Do you guys think they're taking
With the
LaMelo?
third pick
Oh my
in the
God.
2020 NBA Draft,
Is it
the
LaMelo?
Charlotte Hornets select LaMelo Ball,
Oh!
Beverly Hills, California.
Oh! Dang. No one even looks
LaMelo
happy.
Ball goes third overall to Charlotte. Hey, look, this is LaMelo's night, but Lonzo still has bragging rights because he went second overall in 2017. And if you know the competitive spirit of the Ball brothers,
Yeah,
I would
LaMelo.
say that
I've met
after Lonzo
LaMelo.
gives him his time in the sun, probably won't let him forget that anytime soon. This Ball family, someone that basketball fans have become quite familiar with. Both parents played basketball in college. Lonzo and LiAngelo, both professional players as well. It has been a long and winding road for LaMelo to get to the NBA.
Dang.
In ninth grade, I was Chino
Dang,
Hills.
okay, so
5-0. After that, Chino Hills again.
How do you guys feel about LaMelo to Charlotte?
And then left junior year, went to Lithuania. Came back, Pops created a league, did that in the States, and then had an all-star team, and then went overseas again, all overseas. And then Cleveland, went from there, and then Australia. Every time I go overseas, I feel like I learn something. So just pretty much with that, the whole living conditioning too, and playing on and off the court, I feel I learned a lot and grew from there.
How do you guys feel about LaMelo going to Charlotte? What do you guys think?
Have a star, Mike.
Well, LaMelo's superpower is his playmaking. I
So
think he's gonna be
the
one of
Martin
best
twins,
passers in the
most of you
entire
probably don't
NBA
know who
from
they
day
are,
one.
but
He can do it from
they're
all
on the
different angles
Hornets,
behind the
and
back.
I
He
have
plays
one of
with
their
a
phone
ton
numbers because
flair,
we went to
but
college
he's really
together.
smooth with the ball in his hand. He has the ball on a string. He can change speeds. He can change directions. He's really, really shifty, much shiftier than his brother Lonzo. And there he is getting out in transition.
Who do you guys
showing
think
the
is going to
size
have a
there
better career,
every bit
Lonzo
of
or LaMelo?
6'7". Not
And by
most
the way, hit
consistent
subscribe if
perimeter
you're not
shooter,
already
shot
subbed.
around 25% from three this past season. Needs to tighten up his mechanics, but he's a shot maker. He's not afraid of the big moment. He can shoot it off the bounce. He can shoot it off the catch. He has deep range. He
You
can
guys think
create
LaMelo's
space
gonna have
with
a better
step
career?
back.
I think so,
I really
too.
think the Charlotte Hornets got the best player in the draft here at number 3.
And they were in need of a star.
No, I'm not going to call the Martin twins. We're not like tight
And
like that.
This is a small market team.
Like,
so
they're
they
cool and
need
all.
a guy like that who they can hand the keys to.
But we're not like
history for the Ball
homies or
brothers. They are
anything.
the first brothers to be top 5 picks in NBA draft history. In fact, only one other set of brothers have been top 10 picks. That is the Short brothers, Eugene and Purvis of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who played in high school with.
I've met LaMelo and I've met all three of them
Well,
and their
look at
dad
this.
actually. I've met them
1995,
all.
LeVar
I have
Ball
pictures with all of
to
them.
Carolina Panthers.
Wasn't it LeVar that said he could beat Michael Jordan in a one-on-one game?
LeVar said.
Why are they showing pictures of LeVar right now? Like, bro,
playing for Michael Jordan's team.
LaMelo just got drafted. Why are we showing LeVar?
That's a great point and could explain the pick.
Hey, Steph, if you're watching this, I want some Chicken Shack. You want to go get Chicken Shack later?
Put an end to that debate if there were really a debate. But LaMelo Ball going there, and the Chicago Bulls are now on the clock. What do you think of the pick for Charlotte?
I think it's the best available talent. I think LaMelo is a very special player. It is interesting having Terry Rozier that came there from Boston. But the star turned out this year to be Devontae Graham. Who I thought he deserved most improved player. It was erroneous the fact that he didn't get that award or get more votes. But
We
still,
the
how do you-
North said,
how
I
do you
wanted
get him
Toronto
involved in that
to draft
offense? You
LaMelo.
have guys like Miles Bridges, P.J. Washington, who are part of this team.
Yeah, I never thought you guys he was going to fall that low.
They still have a lot more work to do as far as how can you create plays because they're a smaller team with two guards.
I think Chicago has the next pick.
he's
Yeah,
going
they
from
do.
Yves
They
Saint
do.
Laurent to Alexander Julian now.
Who do you guys think Chicago's going to take?
He's going to fit in well because he shares the ball, and he's such a good passer, and he takes pride in passing. But I do think, I mean, he's not a good shooter. He's got to improve his shooting and has to buy into defense.
Okay, you're going to hear from LaMelo Ball in a little while in this virtual world.
I'm just waiting to
Occasionally,
hear
we
the
have technical
LaMelo
issues,
interview.
And we'll get that straightened out with the Balls. In the meantime, the Chicago Bulls, new coach Billy Donovan, their pick 4th overall is in.
All right, y'all, they're picking.
With the 4th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Patrick Williams from Florida State University.
Okay.
There is Patrick Williams, and he's going to Chicago to play for Billy Donovan, played for Leonard Hamilton.
Dad looks
Florida
fresh.
State, who he's
His
put
dad
a
looks
number
fresh.
of mature, hardworking guys.
You called it. We the
into
North.
league.
You said you
Patrick
called it. Let me
Williams will be
see.
the next one.
You did.
Perhaps
Yeah, you did,
could
dude.
say that
You called it a
Patrick
minute
Williams
before it
is a
happened.
guy
Yup.
whose career
You did.
is about to go into full bloom.
All right, well, you got two for today.
My mom actually owns her own flower shop, Charlotte, North Carolina.
They didn't interview
She's been
LaMelo.
having that business for 13 years now.
He probably wasn't
I first got
available.
involved 9th to 10th grade. When I got my permit and my license, I was actually able to start delivering flowers for her, which I was making maybe $7 or $8 every delivery. And I would have maybe 10 deliveries a day. It was definitely good money coming in.
One is right across the street here, and then your next one is in Park, probably about 5 minutes apart.
You just learn the type of temperature that the flowers have to be in. The car always has to be cool unless you're delivering some certain type of flowers where you might have to turn the heat on in the back. So to my new teammates, if you ever need help with any type of flowers, I'm your
Bro,
guy.
this dude is hilarious.
He's really been able to blossom as a player, Jay Will.
Look, I said this yesterday. I was like, how come nobody's talking about Patrick Williams, a guy that came off the bench?
I think this
had
guy's
9
a
points,
sleeper.
but still, the size.
He's
the
either going to be
frame,
really good or
the
really bad, but
flexibility,
I don't think he's going to be an
versatility, the way he
in-between
can
player.
defend.
So if I had to guess,
He
I'm
can
going to say he's
defend
going to be really good because I like to
multiple
believe the best in
positions.
people.
And look, the
But
February
yeah, I
market
don't think he's going to be an
company,
average
Wendell
NBA player.
I
Either
love this
really
move
good or
for
really
Chicago.
bad. Hopefully
So
he's
the
really good.
Bulls have Patrick Williams, 4th overall, going there. Cavaliers on the clock, but now we go to Diana Taurasi, who sat down with Patrick Williams.
What's going on, Pat?
Yo!
What skill do you think you'll bring to whatever team drafts you?
I think for sure versatility.
Now that they have Diana Taurasi on here,
Position you put me at, in today's
what do you
NBA,
guys think about how
What
much
helps
money
you be secure
WNBA players make?
back to the group that
Do you
I
guys
have
think
around
they
me,
should be getting
around
more
them to
money?
make sure that I don't
And
get
it's
outside
because like
myself.
no one
Love
really
that. You
watches
have
the
to be yourself,
WNBA, you
because
know.
guess what?
So
Everyone
what do
else
you
is
guys think?
taken.
Should they be getting more money?
Pat,
Like
it was
I don't
great
know.
to
What?
get to
Tell me
know
what you guys
Thank
think.
you, AT&T. Beam me out.
Yo, that was the GOAT.
LJ, I saw that trade, dude.
Diana just disappeared. Like it was like you're trying to guard her. She was there and then she was gone all of a sudden. Billy Donovan hoping that that type of mystical power will also go with Patrick Williams, who's visiting with Malika Andrews now.
Let's check this. The stream
Patrick.
stats.
Patrick, you come from a basketball family. Your siblings played. Your parents played at an HBCU. What does it mean to
Damn,
share
we
this
have
moment
20
with
likes
them?
on here. That's crazy. That's insane.
It's huge. It's huge for sure. First, I'm just blessed. Blessed to be in this position. Blessed to be here with them for sure. But also been blessed. Dreams bigger than draft night. Draft night for sure. I'm grateful for it for sure. But there's work to be done. I'm just excited to go to Chicago and put in as much work as I can, learn as much as I can, and just be great. Be great.
Being great is good. You are the second youngest player in this draft. You didn't start a single game when you were in Florida. What gives you the confidence that you belong on this NBA stage?
The work that you put in. If you put in enough work day to day, you can't have nothing but confidence. And then I just give the credit to my college teammates, my college coaches. They continue to encourage me all season, to put me in positions to succeed all season. So I give the credit to, of course, my work and then my coaches and teammates.
Absolutely. And I look forward to seeing the work that you say you want to continue to put in, waving at everyone in the back there. Reese, back to you.
I love that.
Man, I like how these guys
smile
are
on his shoulder.
interviewing.
Let's see if
These
we get
dudes
a
are
smile like that
kicking
from
butt.
Patrick. I bet we will soon. Cleveland Cavaliers had a tumultuous
Let me read some of these
season.
comments.
They
I
are
see a
now
lot of laughy faces.
They've
I want to
been
hear
guard-heavy
what you
in
guys
recent
saying.
drafts. Will they go big? We'll see when we come back.
First pick in the 2020
People asking for
NBA draft.
analysis. Yes,
Minnesota Timberwolves
LaMelo was
select
already drafted. He got
Anthony
drafted third.
Edwards from the University of Georgia.
My grandmother's right here and my mother is right here. They're with me at all times.
Hey, yo, welcome to the
Yeah, I might make an analysis on some of these guys.
you got to have a killer crossover. GNC
Normally these analysis videos don't get a lot of views. You guys just like to get. You guys just like to see
There's no replacing the real Chris Paul. Just
the
like there's no
news.
replacing
So we'll
State
see.
Farm.
We'll see.
Man, what happened?
Damn, Jackson, you really had to spam it, didn't you?
Who are you? I'm the new Chris Paul. Man.
Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, seriously.
State Farm is there.
And hit the like button as well. I'm literally letting you guys watch this for free. So, all I ask for is likes and subs. That's it. Just a couple likes, couple subs. That don't hurt nobody, you know?
For every NBA
Who do I think is winning Rookie of the Year? Dude, I have no idea. No idea. No idea.
Can they play?
I can let you know by the end of December, though.
How are they going to keep players engaged?
Yeah, starting next season, I'm going to be like ESPN, posting a bunch of videos every single day. I'm hiring out a team. We're taking care of this.
But we're here. Tonight, we begin this 2020 season playing in front of a bunch of cardboard.
What about Obi Toppin?
How gratifying is tonight? It's amazing to be back.
This is weird.
Oh, you think he's going to Cleveland? He might. He's still on the board. So, I mean...
3.7 seconds remaining.
Come on.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
I bet the NBA is making so much money from all these ads. It's insane.
NBA Draft 2020
I turned off my monetization for
by
this.
State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Man, I'll bet to the parents and the family members, all of these pictures that you see just seem like yesterday.
How's the quality? Can you guys hear the TV? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see everything? Let me know down below.
When a dream is realized, but it's really when the work begins. Cleveland Cavaliers, 5th overall pick. The pick is in. Here's the commissioner, Adam Silver.
Cool, cool. All right, Cleveland's picking.
With
I
the
got
fifth
Obi
pick
Toppin.
In the 2020 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Isaac Okoro from Auburn University.
Isaac Okoro celebrating, going 5th overall. Right up close to the top of the draft, like some former Auburn stars like Charles Barkley, Chuck Person, Chris Morris. There's been a great number of stars who've come out of Auburn over the years. And Isaac Okoro didn't stay in Bruce Pearl's program that long, but made quite an impact. Jay, this is a guy that you have been touting as a guy who could really be an effective.
I like that red suit.
I think he's the best wing
Dude looks
defender
fresh in that red
in this
suit.
draft. He gets down in a stance. He's got a low
Oh,
center
let's see
of
this.
gravity, and
Oh,
he's really
nasty.
tough and
Yeah,
disruptive.
banger.
He can switch off onto anyone and guard anyone. Here he's switching off onto an excellent player that's going to be taken in the lottery, I believe, Kyrie Lewis Jr. of Alabama. Stays in front of him, able to
He's a good
disrupt
defender,
with
for
his
sure.
length.
I don't know too
He's
much
got
about
a
this dude,
tremendous motor,
but
and
I
he
know
plays
enough to
so
say he's a
hard.
good defender, and that's
Really
exactly
good
what they're
in
talking about right now on
transition and really
TV.
good putting it on
Let's
the
see
deck,
what he has
an
to say when they
excellent
interview
driver
him.
and getting to the rim. He rebounds well. He's a good offensive rebounder.
Let's check the
Explosive
live stream
going
stats,
to the
make sure
basket.
everything looks good here.
Can finish. The one thing he doesn't do right now, he's not a consistent perimeter shooter. He's got to become a better perimeter shooter because he really has everything else. And it shows you the value of a wing that can really defend multiple positions, can play in transition, and can put the ball on the deck and get to the rim. If he can add a jump shot to his game, I mean, he is a stud.
So Isaac Okoro joins Cleveland. Colin Sexton is there. Darius Garland is there.
Make sure y'all
Isaac
hit the
was coached
subscribe
in
button
college
if you're not
by
already
Bruce Pearl,
subscribed.
Auburn head coach.
We talk
joins
about
us now.
everything
And,
NBA related
Bruce,
on this
what
channel.
are the Cleveland Cavaliers getting in Isaac Okoro?
You know, Reese, character counts, and he's a winner. I think he's the best defensive player in the guard in the draft. He can guard 1 through 5. In other words, he can keep little point guards in front of him, and he switches off on the inside. You're not going to big boy him. He can get downhill. He can score through contact. The ball doesn't stick in his hands. In other words, when that ball moves, if he's open, he's going to shoot it, or he's going to drive it, or he's going to move it along. And he's going to do what the coach asks him to do. You know, he's not going to come into Cleveland and go, look, this is who I am. Use me the way you want, the way I'm supposed to be used. You're going to say, Coach, what do you want me to do? He's going to go do it.
How confident are you in him expanding his offensive game and being an effective
Who is
jump
this
shooter
guy?
in the NBA as well?
He's a tireless worker. He's got an incredible work ethic. He's a first generation born in this country. Parents are Nigerian, and they've just lived the American
You
dream.
like the hat?
Talk about
Appreciate you,
hard
bro.
work and
I've been a
grateful
Laker
for the
fan for like
opportunity.
almost
So
11
he
years
lives in the
now.
gym. He's got really good form. He's got to raise his
Got a whole
ball
bunch of
flight a
Laker
little
gear
bit.
up here.
But he took big shots for us. He wasn't afraid of the moment. But because he's a winner and he's such a productive player, he knows he can take it to the basket, and he's going to score, or you're going to foul him, or he's going to give somebody else a shot. And that's why he's.
Look,
staying
I got
with the
Obi
jump
Toppin
shot. If he
coming,
develops a
going
jump
next
shot,
to
he'll be an NBA
Atlanta.
All-Star.
Bruce, we
Anyone want to bet
appreciate your time
$5? I got
tonight.
Obi
You
Toppin
and your
going
beer.
next
Thanks
to
for being
Atlanta.
with us.
If anyone wants to bet $5, let's make it happen.
He's a great kid. Appreciate that, guys.
All right, my man, Bruce Pearl from Auburn, and very happy that Isaac Okoro has gone in the top 5 of the draft, and he's now with Malika Andrews.
That's right, Isaac.
All right, let's
you
hear
are
this
the
interview.
First one-and-done basketball player in Auburn's history. What is it about your time there that allowed you to become that first?
I feel like it was just my work ethic, I stay in the gym early mornings, late night, always find
He's got a good supporting cast.
just get shots up. I just feel like I just got better every day.
Player in Auburn's history. It looks like you were having quite the party back there. A phrase that is often used in NBA circles is that defense wins championships, and that is what you are known for. Who are you most looking forward to guarding in this league?
Yeah, I'm just around a whole bunch of my family, my friends, everybody that's got me to this place right now. But I'm looking forward to guarding anybody in the NBA. I'm looking forward to guarding the best players on the other team.
Good answer.
Absolutely.
That was a good answer
And
to a
how
very
has
stupid
being
question.
First generation, like we just heard be talked about, how has that shaped you?
It fits me well, Like I just put the work in every single day. I have people around my circle to help me out. And, I just feel great, feel blessed to be around here.
Congratulations, Isaac. Reese.
Malika, Isaac, thank you very much. The Atlanta
Man,
Hawks
I
are
don't
on the clock
appreciate
right
some of
now,
these
the
questions
6th
they're
overall
asking
pick.
the
Trey Young trying to
draftees. I mean,
transform
I get that she
franchise.
didn't mean anything
What is
wrong
that
with
you
it,
expect
asking him,
Atlanta to
who
look
are you
for?
most
It
looking
sounds-
forward to
well, yeah,
guard?
Trey Young, you would
But
think 3, but maybe they
that's
need
just
a
kind of like
3 and
painting
D
a
kind of
target
guy.
on this dude's
think a
back.
player
Let's
like
say he's
Onyeka
like, oh,
Okongwu,
I can't
to be
wait
honest,
to
they
guard
need some
LeBron.
defensive help there. They
You,
need a
you know what
defensive
LeBron's going to do
identity,
to
and I
him
think
when he
he's the
sees him
best
on the
big in
court?
the draft.
You know what I mean?
Defensively
So
reminds me a little bit of
I don't
Bam
know,
Adebayo,
but
just
he
with
did a
his
great job
ability to
answering
step
that
back,
question.
switch,
Maybe
protect
I'm
the rim,
tripping.
be a
I don't know.
finisher, so I think he'd be a
But,
great target for them.
I don't know.
There he is, sitting and
Congrats
waiting
to him,
see
though.
if his name is going to be called coming up soon. The young man out of USC, such an explosive guy from his home in Riverside, California.
Yeah,
All right,
gotta
I
give
think
Travis Schlenk
Obi
a lot of
Toppin is
love.
going
He's
next.
done
Who do you
one
guys
hell of
think
a
is going
job
next?
for this franchise, his ability to draft.
Who do y'all got
Johnson
next? Let's see.
He obviously get
Someone
Trae
says
Young. That's still
Okongu's
gonna be
going
one of those
next.
drafts.
Okay.
Luka Doncic, Trae Young.
Oh, 2 people
But he
say
decided to go with
Okongu's
Trae
going
Young.
next. Okay.
I think Kevin Huerter,
all right.
DeAndre Hunter.
Someone else says
Really good
Obi.
Cam
All right.
Reddish, a lot of
Let's
good
see.
young
Let's see.
wings.
Let's see.
I think having a physical presence like that to work with Clint Capella could be a really good move for them.
It certainly makes sense to go with Okongwu because of his size. He's a great defensive player. His ability to block shots and
But
rebound
if they
at a
do
high
go
level.
with
But
Okongwu,
Tyrese Halliburton
that's
also
not a bad
as
pick.
a point guard would
Like
be a good.
that's a
good
great
choice.
pick.
Okay, so the
But
pick is
I
now
don't know
in
why.
for the
I think they're
Atlanta
going to go with
Hawks,
Obi
6th
Toppin. I think that dude Obi Toppin
Let's
is
see
super
who
nasty.
Atlanta has
All right,
selected as
Adam
the
Silver's
position.
coming
Adam
up on
Silver
the
makes
stage.
his way
Let me
to
shut
the
up.
podium.
Let's hear what they got to say. Let's hear what they got to say.
With the 6th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Onyeka Okongwu from the
Okay,
University of
they got
Southern
it.
California.
Nice. Nice haircut. Nice haircut. Nice haircut.
In the first round, 6th overall, 2-time Mr.
Damn,
Basketball
what a beautiful
player
moment.
in the state of California. Only the 4th guy.
Damn,
to
you
do
see his
that.
mom cry? Oh my
Jason
God, they're all
Kidd,
crying. Oh
Tyson
my
Chandler,
God.
all also
That's a
drafted
beautiful
in
moment.
the top
Makes me
6
want to cry
NBA
too.
draft.
Oh my God.
And here
I'm not
is
even getting
Okongwu
drafted.
from his
Yeah, that's
2016
LaMelo's teammate. For those who don't know, that's
California
LaMelo's
State High
teammate.
School Championship team. Is that a loaded squad or what?
What?
Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already.
3 Ball brothers.
Who else is showing
played
this
together
the
in
live
state
stream? Come on.
championship.
I mean, I'm
As
sure
you might
someone else
expect.
is, but
His
still.
older brother Nnamdi was playing alongside Lonzo Ball at Chino Hills. He would tell his teammates that the younger brother was going to be better than him on the basketball court. Nnamdi Okongwu always saw the promise in his little brother, and the little brother will never forget that.
My older brother was my best friend, and basketball was one thing that we really loved doing with one another. Nnamdi was a gentle giant. When you see him, the energy in the room would just be uplifted.
Oh my God, I forgot. He had a little brother who passed.
He was going to go to Loyola Marymount.
Nnamdi with the follow.
But things happen in life. He was 17 years old and I was 13. And he just got in an accident riding his skateboard back home, and he fell and hit his head on the ground or pavement and became brain dead. 3 days later, he had passed away.
Rest in peace.
I'll always keep his legacy and memory alive. Now I wear 21 for my older brother. And you see right here my bracelet, it says, "We'll never forget you." Now,
wow.
And whenever I'm shooting hoops, ducking the ball, I can always feel him around me.
Bro, that makes me want to shed a tear.
After Nnamdi passed, 2,500 people gathered at Chino Hills High School to pay their respect. You heard Onyeka say that he will never forget, and certainly
That's
that
crazy.
will be the case. The newest member of the Atlanta Hawks
That's
joins
crazy.
Malika Andrews.
Onyeka, you are wearing that bracelet right now that says, "We will never forget you, Nnamdi." How is his legacy driving you today?
I just promised myself that no matter what I do for the rest of my life, that I'm forever keep my brother's legacy alive. His life was cut short, and his little brother's here to keep his memory alive forever and always.
You've done some extensive interviews where you've never once mentioned the NBA because you said that you don't think anything is promised, and that's a lesson that your brother has taught you. But now you have a
Dang.
promise from an NBA team that you are going to play in the NBA. What does that mean to you?
I don't even know what to say right now, man. I'm just so blessed just to be in this position. I work my tail off to be here, and I'm just happy that God's able to put me where I'm at right now.
I want to talk to Mom. Kate, your family has gone through an unthinkable tragedy. And yet here you are with Onyeka. What do you want him to remember most about today?
Always to be humble, to be himself, and not to forget where he's from, and just to be who he is. Continue to be who he is.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you for letting us share in this special moment with your family. Onyeka, maybe you already knew a little bit. You're wearing the right Hawks colors. Congratulations. Reese, we're going back to you.
Perhaps just a little bit of foreshadowing. Sometimes they have a feeling, a little insight as to which team might be happy to select them, and the Hawks are putting together quite a collection.
That's a
of
beautiful
young
story,
talent
y'all.
there.
That's crazy.
The Detroit
Rest in
Pistons with the
peace
7th
to his brother
overall
Nnamdi.
pick, and that
For real.
pick is in. Here is the commissioner.
They seem like a very close family.
With the 7th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Killian Hayes from Lakeland, Florida.
Oh, bro, I've always thought this dude. Oh yeah, this dude's good.
With his folks, his
Yeah.
dad played for 3 years.
Damn, y'all see his line? His haircut. They need to draft his barber too. Oh my gosh. They need to draft this man's barber immediately.
Find some guys to build a franchise around. What do you think of this pick, Mike?
Bro, that black on black with the Louis belt. Oh my god. Like, bro, this dude looks swaggy.
And he gives them
Bro looks
a point guard of the
swaggy.
future, a guy that they could hand the keys to and say, be the engine for our offense. He's extremely crafty as a playmaker. He's great in pick and roll, getting to his left hand. He can hit the pop man. He can pass it off the dribble with either hand on the move. Tremendous in transition. Does a great job of using his body as well. He's not the most athletic guy, but he's extremely crafty inside the paint. Draws comparisons to D'Angelo Russell at times. Now, he needs to improve as a perimeter shooter. Only 27% from three over the course of
If you
his
guys are
career,
new,
but
hit
there's a
that
lot to
subscribe
like about
button.
his
Give this
long-term
video a
success.
thumbs up. Who else is
Hayes,
showing
who
the
at
whole
times
live
wanted
stream
to
like
come
this?
back to the United
And
States and
I'm
play
not
high
like
school
talking
ball,
over the
play in
entire
college
thing,
here
so
as well. Dad wanted to
just
forge
hit
a different
subscribe.
path for
It's
him,
free.
and it's
I
paid
promise.
off
It's
with
free.
him being the 7th overall pick of the Pistons, and now the New York Knicks are on the clock with the 8th overall pick.
Who do you guys think is
Franchise
going
that
to New
almost
York?
Every year we wait and see what are they going to do. The New York Post headline.
Yeah, remember when they used to boo Porzingis because they didn't know how good he was? Yeah.
Some high-profile
those Knicks fans
that really wouldn't give them the
That's
time
crazy.
of day. We'll see if the Knicks can find a way out of this malaise as they've changed coaches, they've changed front offices, they've frustrated their fans, even their most prominent ones at times who've grown weary of waiting.
You guys got Obi.
I
feel like he's going to get drafted any second now.
Things around. So what are the Knicks
I'm actually surprised he fell this low.
You followed this closely. You're a New York guy.
Tyrese Halliburton. That's the answer. I mean, this team from the guard position, obviously you have R.J. Barrett, who I thought people, thought he was going to have a bigger year. But still, go through your rookie year. It's challenging. You think Peyton is there from the guard perspective, but they need somebody who can handle the ball and make everybody else's job easier, and that is Tyrese Halliburton. There's no doubt about it.
He's the best available prospect, I think, Tyrese Halliburton. The other I would consider is Devin Vassell of Florida State. Another guy whose long arm can defend, can really score, and I think has been undervalued. He would be a good, but Denny Avdia is a good pick there.
What do you guys think about LaMelo going to the Hornets? I'm curious what you guys think about that. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think.
A better player than they had anticipated.
What's been the biggest surprise so far from what you've seen from the first 7 picks?
I think Hayes going above Halliburton is a bit of a surprise. I have Halliburton as a projected top 5 pick. He's a top 5 prospect for me. And so I think he would fit perfectly, like you guys said, alongside R.J. Barrett, who's a ball-dominant guy who's really good in pick and roll.
And Patrick Williams at 4 is a surprise. I mean, going that high, that's a surprise. I'm not saying it's not right, but it's a surprise.
And I will also say, all this talk you hear around New York, it's like, bring Russell Westbrook to New York City. And I would say, don't do that. If you have a chance to get a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, you go that way, you keep building through the draft, and you take your time. You stay the course.
You mentioned Patrick Williams, and if it's Devin Vassell, Florida State would have 2 then in the top 8 if the Knicks were to go in that direction. Patrick Williams going 4th overall, that ties the great Dave Cowens as the highest draft pick in Florida State history. With Tom Thibodeau there, any concerns about dealing with rookies there? Sometimes that's been challenging historically. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns has spoken up about it. Other players have as well. I mean, look, Jimmy Butler is one of the few players in the league that loves Tibbs and the way he prepares. But I will say this for Tibbs. The way they've constructed this team in New York with Worldwide West and Leon Rose and the pieces they have around, you feel like everything's moving in the right direction. I do feel that Tibbs is a guy that wants to lead, and I think he can lead the right way. There's no doubt about it.
That's the really hard thing about the draft is you only get rookies out of it.
Well, sometimes they trade the picks away because they don't want them, which is the point, Mister. You can't get snarky.
It's only JB.
It's only the 8th
they got
pick.
Patrick Ewing out
I don't
of the
really want to
draft.
see these guys talk. Can we just
He was a rookie. It worked
Let's just
out.
pick. Come on.
Sometimes the coaches need to listen to certain rookies. If you have the talent that Patrick Ewing has, then maybe the coach is the one who adjusts because it is a players' league after all. And maybe you look for a guy with a little bit more maturity, a guy who can handle the spotlight that is inherent with playing in New York City. The pick is now in for the Knicks, 8th overall.
All right, let's see who they take. Let's see who they take.
With the 8th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft,
I say Obi.
the New York Knicks select Obi Toppin.
Yep.
From Dayton University.
Told y'all. I had Obi.
An emotional moment for the Dayton Flyers. Getting a round of applause from Adam Silver. It wasn't really that long ago that this would seem to be an unthinkable turn in the career of Obi Toppin, who was lightly regarded, if regarded at all, as a recruit.
I think they got him for a steal, low key, at number 8.
Any Division I scholarship offers, and he went on to win the Wooden Award. It took him a while to be able to.
Like, this dude is really good, you guys.
Some of these things that we've been able to enjoy. It wasn't always about playing above the rim.
I didn't start dunking till later in life. Little baby Obi didn't dunk until he was a senior in high school. I had the little baby rims that I was dunking on, and it took a while for me to dunk on the 10-foot rim. So me going from 6'2" my junior year to 6'5", me being able to dunk my senior year, it was definitely something I had to get used to. When I had that first dunk, I knew right away there was no more layups. I feel like dunking the ball for anybody, it just brings a different type of energy to a team. I'm putting on a show for everybody. I wasn't always this good at dunking.
He's the highest career field goal percentage by an AP Player of the Year. That is some pretty significant company that Obi Toppin is keeping there with Big Lou, Big Bill, and Zion Williamson. He is with Malika.
Obi, your mother recently said that if you had told her 5 years ago that you would be an NBA player.
I wouldn't believe her. I swear to God, I wouldn't believe her. This is... I'm sorry. Damn, bro.
Christine,
I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to be
Would you
sorry.
guys be crying if you got drafted?
She said that
I'd be
she
crying.
would have thought
I'd be crying my butt
it was
off.
an April Fool's joke. How do you process this leap that you've made that has catapulted you to be an NBA lottery pick?
It's a blessing. I want to thank God. Without him, I would not be here. Without my parents, I wouldn't be here. Without my teammate right here to the left of me, I wouldn't be here. I appreciate you, bro. Jalen Crutcher, shout out to Jalen Crutcher. I wouldn't be here without him. My coaches right here in the back, Coach Grant, Coach Greer. I would not be here without them, so I'm very grateful, and it's a blessing to be in this position. So,
If being drafted wasn't special enough, yep, that's right. Point to that hat one more time. You are coming home. Why is it so important to you to be putting on a Knicks jersey?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Why is it so important to you to be putting on that jersey?
I'm from New York. That's why it's important. Me repping my city it's amazing. A lot of people pray.
I didn't know
to be
he
in
was
this
from New York,
position,
actually. That's pretty
and
tight.
I'm not gonna take it for granted. I promise you that.
Thank you so much, and congratulations. Hopefully we get to see you at Dykeman or one of those parks on the street soon a little bit too. Reese.
Malika, thank you very much. His dad, Obadiah Toppin, was also known as Dunker.
Man, I wish him the best, for
and
sure,
won
for sure.
Mixtape Tour. Adrian Wojnarowski joins us now. Woj, what do you have?
I mean, I wish
on,
all of them the
Obi
best,
Toppin in
but-
the Knicks selection at number 8.
Reese, as emotional as Obi Toppin was to be drafted by the Knicks, they really, really wanted him. They had thought they might need to move up in this draft. They worried Cleveland might take him at number 5. But as it turns out, he got to
Yeah,
them.
I
This
can't
is a
believe he
player
fell
that
all the way to
Leon
number
Rose,
8.
the new
That's
president
crazy.
of basketball operations, had
I thought he
targeted
would have been like a
had
fifth
won it
pick
all
or
along
something.
out of the mighty Atlantic 10 Conference, and they got a player who they see.
But yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't done so already.
Right away.
Give my
this
channel
was
a
for the Knicks,
subscription. I said that weird.
exactly
Just hit the
how
subscribe
they
button.
hoped to script it.
It's free. Hit subscribe.
Woj, I just
Come on,
have
just
one
hit
other thing.
subscribe.
First of all, thanks, because I was so afraid you were about to tell me the pick was on the move right there. Thanks for not doing that. And you said the mighty Atlantic 10.
Dang,
Is there
this has
another
50 likes? That's
institution that you're
crazy.
fond of that's in the Atlantic 10?
50 likes. That's
my same
51
monitor
likes.
mine.
That's insane.
I'm
That's
glad
insane.
to get Obi Toppin out of the league though right now.
All right,
I could
Woj,
turn on
Woj giving
monetization
us,
and make some
great
money, but I
insight
feel like they
on why
would
the Knicks
cancel my
have
stream,
chosen
so
Obi Toppin,
I'm not
who
going to
grew
risk that.
7
I'm not going to
inches
risk that
from
right
his
now.
junior year in high school to what he is now.
Yeah, he was a 6'2" guard in high school, but he's an explosive athlete that can finish at the basket with either hand. A rim runner, a lob threat. Shot 77%.
I put not clickbait in the title.
Can really get out and run. Tends to leak out early at times, but
And I
his
guess I
finishing
delivered.
ability,
It
he
wasn't
reminds you a
clickbait at
little bit
all,
of
right?
Amari Stoudemire with the way he plays.
But damn, this
Tip
dude's a good
dunks,
dunker.
lobs.
I want to see him
He
and
is
Zion
on
in the
floor
dunk
and
contest.
can dunk it with either hand. Had 107 dunks this last
Who do you guys
year.
think's
That
a better
led
dunker,
the
him or
country. He
Zion?
threw it up there.
I
He
still
went
say
as high as
Zion,
he needed to,
but,
to go get it. He
what do
can
you guys
step
think?
away and shoot it from 3. Shot just under 40%, so he can pick and pop. He can pick and roll. The only question is his lateral quickness getting out to guard pick and roll. He's got to improve there.
I love Obi
seconds.
Toppin. I just don't know if I love him with the Knicks with the logjam of bigs that they have.
Okay, the Wizards now making the pick 9th in the draft, and the pick is in. Here is Commissioner Adams.
Yeah, okay. Most of us got Zion. There's 2 Obis. All right, let's see who the Wizards take.
With the 9th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Deni Avdia from Herzliya, Israel.
So Deni Avdia.
Nice.
A guy that we've talked about a lot in our coverage leading up to the draft, goes in the top 10. 9th overall to the Washington Wizards. Youngest ever to play for Maccabi Tel Aviv at the age of 16. You've talked a lot about him, Mike. What exactly are the Wizards getting here?
I think this is going to be the steal
This
of the
family
draft.
looks like they're part of a mafia or something.
Deni Avdia, when we look back 5 years from now, we're going to see a guy who could be the best player even to come out of
I
this
mean
draft.
that in
And it
like
starts with
the
his
only
basketball
if there's
IQ
even
and
a way
his
to mean that in a good way.
He's
I don't know.
tremendous in the
They just
open
look
court.
super
In his great
swaggy.
size, 6'10". He's a fiery competitor, 225 pounds. He's tremendous getting downhill to his right. He's great attacking closeouts. He can really facilitate, and an underrated defender as well. He's very multi-positional on that end of the floor, and he can put you on a poster in space. He's really improved as a perimeter.
I'm not gonna
shooter
lie,
as
I don't know
well.
much
He
about
can
this
handle
dude.
the ball.
I
think
really
he has a
don't.
chance
I don't
to
watch
become not
overseas
just
too
a
much,
3-and-D
but
type of wing,
I'm
but a guy
excited
who can
to
also
see
be
what
a
he does in the
secondary
NBA.
playmaker as well. I love his upside.
So Deni
I
Avdia
played with a
going to
guy
the
who's on the
Wizards,
Wizards,
joined
actually.
John Wall, hopefully
Troy Brown
back to the
Jr. We're
Raptors
both from
field,
Vegas. He's a year
hopefully
older
the
than me.
Washington fans will stick
Played
around
against him
here.
in
This is
AAU.
what the Wizards are getting, a guy who says he speaks 2.5 languages, learned English by watching television and playing Call of Duty. As it turns out,
Damn, he
he's
learned
quite
English by playing
fluent
Call
in
of Duty.
basketball,
Don't ever
thanks
let
to his
anyone
dad.
tell you you're wasting your time playing video games. This man just learned a whole nother language
My
playing
father
video
is
games.
Avdia. He was born in Kosovo in Serbia. He was a Yugoslavian national team player and played also a lot of years in Israel. My dad was never my coach. We didn't really get along on the court. I was just getting into basketball, and I remember I missed like 4 shots in a row, and my dad was like, "Yo, that's not a real shooter mentality. How do you miss 4 in a row?"
Bro, he missed
And I
4
remember
shots
he
in a row, and his
super
dad told him,
angry
"You're not a
for
real
the
shooter."
ball,
That's
but
funny.
It made
That's
me
funny.
strong. He raised me up to be a great competitor and a killer on the court, and that's why I turned to be. I fight.
Damn, he's doing that Kobe. He did the Kobe.
Deni, what a special night for you.
He low-key
in
looks like
Israeli
Bad Bunny.
Basketball. What does it mean to you to be the highest ever drafted Israeli prospect?
I mean, first of all, it means a lot for me. Israel is a small country, didn't provide as many NBA players, and for me to represent my country and be in the highest spot possible, that's amazing. And I'm super excited and ready to get my game to the next level, and we'll see what happens.
You've been described as the Prince of Tel Aviv. What message do you want to send to your friends, your family, your fans at home?
I truly love them. I love the support. I'm gonna make you proud. I'm gonna work 100%, and I just love you. So thank you for all the support in this past season.
Well spoken, for sure.
In this off season too.
Thank you so much for your time, Deni. And Reese, it looks like they already have the wine behind them to celebrate.
Well, you might as well celebrate it. It's quite worthy of celebrations. We take a look at the 3 to watch brought to you by
Nice,
Mountain
nice.
Dew as
Good
we've
stuff.
reached the
I'm
10th.
excited to see what this
Suns are on
dude
the
does.
clock. Top shooter remaining in the draft, Vanderbilt's Aaron Nesmith. Some believe perhaps the best pure shooter anywhere.
Yeah,
in
but give this
draft.
video a thumbs up and hit
2020
subscribe if you have not done so already. You guys have to pay for content like this on TV, and I'm showing it to you guys for free. So all I ask for is you give this video a like, you subscribe to the channel, you support the content. That's it. I don't think it's too much to ask for, you know? 71 likes? That's crazy. On my phone, it only shows up as like 1. So let me pull up the stream. Oh dang, it says 75 likes on here. That's insane. Appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys, seriously. That's crazy. And yeah, I turned monetization off. 1,500 people have clicked on this link, so I probably could have made like 20 something bucks by now, but I would have risked getting this stream cut off since I'm showing copyrighted material. So yeah, I'm not gonna risk that. Yeah, they're just on a commercial break right now. But let's see who Phoenix picks. They have a couple seconds to submit their pick, so let's see what happens. Earlier, I was telling people that I met LaMelo, Lonzo, LeVar, D'Angelo. I've met the whole Ball family. I've met them all. Let me see if I have the pictures on here on my phone, which I should. Like, why would I delete those pictures, you know? Let me see.
Get a total value of $5,500
Why would I
on
delete
this
those
2020 Silverado Crew Cab pickup.
All right,
Plus, now
so
during truck month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance.
here's me
towards
and
the purchase of
Lonzo.
eligible
I don't know if how
accessories.
well you guys can
See
see
your
this.
Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
That's me and Lonzo, right there. I met Lonzo. Let's see. Can you guys see this? Gosh. That's me and LeVar. That's a video. That's Jello. I'm telling you, I met them all. So they were all super cool people.
Just the thing for those
Super cool people.
little everyday trips. Good in heavy traffic.
Someone said I'm up to his chest. Yeah, bro. Those dudes are tall.
Dropping into the car wash.
I'm like 5'9". And I was in high school at the time, so I was a little bit shorter than than what I am right now.
And putting your feet up after a long day.
Yeah, they're just on a commercial break.
He lost his life
NBA is
to
getting this money.
police, and it was unnecessary. It was very tough. to say
Jackson
that. It
asked
could have been anybody.
if I can
And I
dunk.
wanted to
No,
use
I can
that
grab the
to
rim
try
pretty
to
easily,
care.
but I can't
when I was
dunk.
protesting Chino Hills.
Can't actually
because
dunk it,
I
no.
care so much. Black lives really matter, you know, not just in America, but everywhere. You know, in America and Nigeria, you know, Black lives matter.
Players in the
All right, y'all.
professional and collegiate
My
levels
girlfriend's
finding
outside. I'm gonna go
effective
bring her
ways to
in,
use their
but I'm
voices
gonna let
for
this
social
thing play for you
justice
guys.
and
You guys aren't here
causes.
for me.
The
You're here for the
Maple
stream.
Leafs
So
at 9 picks
I'm
have
gonna
been
let the stream
reported so
play,
far.
and I'll be right
Phoenix
back.
has the 10th overall selection in this 2020 NBA draft, and the pick is in the Valley of the Sun.
With the 10th pick in the 2020
Wait, I wanna see
NBA
who they draft.
The Phoenix Suns select Jalen Smith.
Jalen
From
Smith.
the University of Maryland.
Dope. Be right back.
Jalen Smith.
So Jalen Smith out of Maryland averaged a big double-double and 2.5 blocks per game last year, was shooting about 54%. And there is Jalen celebrating there. His parents were going to make sure that they attend his game because Dad spent a lot of time away as a kid.
I was originally born in Portsmouth, Virginia, due to my father being a naval officer. After a while, he was stationed in South Carolina. It was off and on sometimes because sometimes he had to go out to sea, so we wouldn't see him for like months. It was tough, but he was always on the phone with us, making sure that we kept our grades up, making sure that I was taking care of my mother and sister. And he, even though he wasn't there, he made sure that he was a part of our lives. He kept that strict rule in the household. Wake up every morning, everything is neat, everything is clean around the house. Now I'm on my own. I wake up every morning on the weekends and I start cleaning. It's just like something that just naturally happens. But it's gonna be an amazing thing just knowing that he watched me become the man he helped me become, and just knowing that I achieved my goals that I wanted.
Impressive young man to talk to, delightful guy to be around. When he got to Maryland, they called him Sticks. He weighed maybe $195. It's probably generous. But after moving up to 225 pounds when he left Maryland, they stopped calling him Sticks and started calling him Logs. He's got a little more size to him.
Well, he is a talented floor spacing big man that can block shots and rebound. He can block shots with either hand, whether on the ball or weak side coming away from the ball. And a really good rebounder, but an excellent scorer with really good feet. You know, he can pick and pop, makes a lot of trail threes, and shoots a good percentage. Shot 54% from the field. He had 21 double-doubles this year, averaged over 15 points and over 10.5 rebounds. Blocked almost 2.5 shots per game. So he can fill up a stat sheet, and he's very fluid with a great motor. Can
Big
really
moves.
change
You wanna
ends.
come on stream?
And his pick and roll instincts.
You wanna
are
come give a
excellent.
draft
He did a lot of
analysis?
pick and roll with Anthony Cowan Jr. and just did a great job with it, either rolling.
What do
or
you think of
popping.
LaMelo
It's a
going
really
third
good pick
overall
by
to the
Phoenix,
Charlotte
and a
Hornets?
player that's going to continue to
What
get
is your
better
take
and
on
better.
that?
What a cool moment
do you
there.
think?
You see the emotion
Let
from
me pull him
Jalen
up.
Smith and
What
his
do you
dad,
think?
Charles, that you saw the story
What are we
about. a naval man who's also a diehard Lakers fan who just saw his allegiance change to the Phoenix Suns, who select Jalen Smith, the 10th overall pick.
This is my brother's
Antonio
dog.
is on the
He
clock
named
with
him
the
21.
11th overall
And I've
pick.
given
They
him
had
like
a
10
run
different
of
nicknames.
22 consecutive playoff appearances. The last time they missed the playoffs, things were a little bit different. Gas cost $1.22 a gallon. Titanic was in the theaters. You see David Robinson, who was hurt. He played in only 6 games.
Who do you guys
and
think
so
the
that
Spurs are
brought
gonna
them to a
take?
position to be able to make the draft. Number 1 overall selection, they took Tim Duncan. 22 consecutive postseason appearances after Duncan arrived there, and including in that 5 championships during the run. Just seems like a different world. Foreshadowing. Hey, how good is our crew to get that picture of the gas just after I mentioned it? And Titanic, too. It felt
Titanic's a
like the
dope
Titanic.
movie.
The Spurs fans not making the playoffs this year. Tiger Woods won his first
Crazy.
major.
There's
80
228
Masters.
people
Got
on
a
here.
green
That's
jacket.
insane.
You know, they only
How
have
many likes
one
do we
green
have?
jacket. You only have one, no matter how many
Hopefully
times
like
you win the
70.
Masters. And then
87. That's crazy.
Won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
If you guys aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button.
McGuire. So
Seriously.
The Spurs are on
If
the
you're not
clock.
subscribed,
Congratulations.
please get
Tyrese
this.
Halliburton
Please
has
subscribe.
not been taken, and in the break, I said to him, "That's okay. They're just
I don't know.
waiting to
I've
let
been in
the
here for
Spurs
like an
go
hour.
and work their magic in this area of the draft."
I mean, if there's one team in which has had
Look how
great point
comfortable
guards
he
from
is.
Tony Parker and company
He can
and guards,
stay.
Manu Ginobili, who understand how to play in the pop system, you would think that
He's about to
Tyrese
give an
Halliburton would be the
analysis.
perfect fit for them. Even the likes of DeJounte Murray, Derek White, him kind of piecing
He has this,
together.
you guys
with
can't
their
see,
size
but he
length,
has
that
this
could be
paw
scary
on
to
the
see.
table.
He's
As
a
if he was
perfect
about to-
Popovich point guard.
about to
You know,
speak
he values the
something.
basketball. He shares it,
90
moves it
likes,
all
that's
around, and
crazy.
he's great in transition as well.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
there's a level
After
of
the-
excitement
after
watching
the stream
him play. I
ends,
got to see him
YouTube tells
out
me
in
how many
Greece
new
with the
people
under-19
subscribe.
USA basketball
So,
team, and he looked like a
that's
young
insane.
Jason Kidd at times, just getting guys off in the open court and then making open shots. So I love his game right now. One of the
That's
more ready
insane.
players in this draft.
Yeah, the most complete
Thank you all
player, the
so
best-
much
best
for liking,
prospect still on the
supporting,
board.
all that
but
stuff.
you know, another Sadiq Bey of Villanova. wouldn't
Starting
be a
next
bad choice
season,
either.
I'm
There
going
are
to
a
be
number of
posting
ways
2 videos a
that
day.
I think
I don't
San
expect
Antonio
y'all to
could do,
watch
but
2 videos a
Halliburton
day.
is
Like, I'm
number
just
one
being
on the
honest.
list available.
But
the common thread between
let's
those
say
two
there's
guys
a
is
couple
they
different
feel
games. You know,
like Spurs
every
type
single
players
team
because
has their
of their
fans, and
maturity and
ESPN
attitude
only
and
talks about the same
They
2
know
or
how
3
to play
teams.
it. Yeah,
So
they
I
know
want
how
to
to
make
play it.
sure
It's
we
not
can
about
talk
them.
about as many
And they're
teams as
willing to play their
possible.
tails off
So that's
and
what
win.
I'm going to be
Absolutely.
doing starting next
So the
season.
clock
So if you want to
winding down,
subscribe,
you see on the
I
screen
promise
right
I'm going to
now
be talking
James'
about your
best
team.
Available players led by Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State, Devin Vassell from Florida
All
State.
right, come on, let's see who the
Anthony
Spurs
Smith
pick.
And Kyra Lewis Jr., the point guard.
Let's
from
get Adam
Alabama, who
Silver
has
on the stage. Let's go.
incredible
Come
speed,
on.
But not the biggest guy in the world.
We don't want to
Anthony
see this.
Halliburton.
These people
It goes
talk.
off the
Come on.
board. We're winding down for the Spurs to make their pick and awaiting.
Someone said
waiting to
Raptors
see
for
it
life.
be a little bit
I love the
longer
Toronto
until we
Raptors.
wonder
I'm a
if
Laker
San
fan,
Antonio's trying to do
but the
something with
Toronto
this pick, or if
Raptors
it's just a
support my
logistical
channel so
I'm
much,
also looking
so
at Devin
I like the
Vassell. I think
Raptors
that's
a lot.
another guy that they need to take a long, hard look at just because of his length, his defensive versatility. He gives them a two-way guy on the wing and someone who shot over 40% from 3 this past season. He's a late bloomer, so they could really turn him into
No,
something
Jackson,
down
I will never like the
Spurs
Celtics. I'm a
picking
Laker fan.
11th
Say something
overall
stupid like that again, and I'm
unfamiliar
blocking you,
position
boy.
Coming off a season in which they didn't make the NBA playoffs, and Popovich was talking
Lakers
about how he
2020
didn't really
champs.
care
I
about
don't wanna
all the
see
streaks
anything
that
about
came
the
to an end that
Celtics in
all the
here,
media
man.
guys wanted to talk about.
Hate the
but he was
Celtics
proud of the
by
way his
nature.
team competed down the stretch, and now they'll be able to add a piece, whoever that might be, coming up in just a few minutes. And it looks as if now the pick is in.
Come
for
on,
the San
let's see who gets
Antonio
drafted.
Spurs.
Come on.
11th overall, and we'll see.
Thank
what
you, Dwight.
Popovich
Celtics
and the
suck.
Spurs
Yup.
are doing now. They've worked their magic. They've taken guys.
No, in all
Ginobili,
seriousness, the
Parker,
Celtics didn't
Kawhi
have a good
Leonard.
year.
Here's
I
the
just don't like
commissioner,
them because I'm a
Adam
Laker fan. All right, let's see who gets drafted.
With the 11th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Devin Vassell from Florida State University.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick for sure. That's a
The
good pick for
second
sure.
Seminole of the night going off the board. Devin Vassell.
You know, I'm
joining
about to
Patrick
judge his haircut.
Williams.
Let's see.
His
Is
teammate
it
at
fresh?
Florida State is Lonnie
Okay.
Johnson. Vassell
Goodness.
is going to
Damn.
San Antonio
This dude has a very
Spurs.
fresh mid-taper.
That hat's fitting just about right now. He is in his home in Brazelton, Georgia.
Yeah,
Look
I love
at
this
Desmond
dude's play
Vassell.
style. He's a
Look
guard.
at the face. Look how
You guys are gonna see his
Look at
highlights
6
in a
years
second.
ago. These guys grow up quickly these days, don't they? elite on the front of the jerseys. Elite, a good adjective for his game as well. And let's take a look at our player comparison brought to you by Dell. He is an analytics guy that the analytics lovers love Devin Vassell.
Yeah, his efficiency, his steal and block rates. And this is a guy who made a huge jump. I don't think anyone expected him to really be a lottery pick this early in his career. And he's exactly what the NBA is looking for. They want guys who can guard multiple positions, who can make open shots. And really, we haven't seen this type of productivity and efficiency since Anthony Davis. So that's pretty good company to be in.
Obviously a different type of player than Anthony Davis, but the dominance and the productivity are similar.
No question. He is
This dude
rangy,
is cold.
he is versatile.
That's a Kobe
he's
Bryant
a two-way
move.
player.
That's
he's
a Kobe
an
Bryant
excellent
move.
defender.
Rest
I think
in
the
peace.
second
I
best
love you,
wing
Kobe.
defender in the draft behind Isaac Okoro of Auburn.
What's up?
He's very good on the break, shoots 71% on the break,
Brisket?
a 41% career
Oh, nice. You didn't bring
three-point
me any?
shooter. He had over 40 threes, over 40
take
steals,
mine.
and 25
Want me
blocks
to open
this
that?
season.
You got it?
He led Florida State in everything. The guy is going to be an outstanding NBA player.
Second guy taken tonight, not really ranked as a recruit coming out of high school and turns into a lottery pick.
Let's see.
Exactly. You were
LMAO,
not
my
necessarily
mom
seen
said
as a
I can
Division
wa-
One
I
prospect
can watch
coming out of
you.
high school, but
Nice.
improved every
Nice.
single year.
99
How
likes.
Has the
That's
experience
what's up.
of being doubted shaped you?
How many dislikes? This thing doesn't tell me how many dislikes there are.
First off, I just gotta thank God for this. But I mean,
Dang,
honestly,
100 likes. Yeah, it doesn't tell me how many dislikes there
there's
are.
a lot of hard
but,
work, a lot of
I mean, whatever.
you know,
Who cares?
dedication, and I feel like I just a lot of people
Sweet.
doubted me. A lot of people. Said
Two
this or
people who
that,
are never
but,
getting drafted.
I always knew the work
That's
that I
for
was
sure.
putting in, and
But yeah,
I
hit
knew
that subscribe button if you guys haven't
I have
subscribed.
no words.
I'm
It's
not.
just a
I didn't
blessing for
clickbait
real.
y'all.
Absolutely.
Not
Your
clickbait.
shot has garnered a lot
So,
of attention.
yeah,
What
just
are
hit
your
sub.
goals surrounding that area as you enter the league?
I mean, just keep improving. I think from my high school to college, I went from like 27 to about 40%. And I think, it just shows the hard work that I've been putting in. My shot didn't change and everything's fine, but I think that right now I'm just excited and I'm ready.
Well, that Spurs hat looks
The
good
Spurs
on you,
are gonna
sir.
turn this dude
Enjoy
into
this
a
night
beast.
with your
Just
family.
watch.
Reese?
Malika, thank you, and congratulations to Devin Vassell. A couple of Seminoles.
Is
have
Jared
gone.
Dudley your dad?
Patrick Williams,
No, bro.
fourth
Is he yours,
overall,
though?
going
Is he your dad?
to the Chicago Bulls and new coach Billy Donovan and Devin
LeBron
Vassell
could
going
low-key be my dad.
veteran
We have the same
Popovich
birthday and the same middle
and
name.
San Antonio. The Sacramento Kings are now about to make a selection, and that pick is in. Here is the commissioner with the Kings selection.
All right, let's see who the Kings pick. Peter, this is
The
for you.
12th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa
Damn.
State
Yo, I
University.
just saw someone say Halliburton in the comments a couple minutes
Tyrese has
ago.
been waiting for a while. And
There we go. There's your man. Gotham Ravi. There's your man, Halliburton, right
One
there.
of the best guards there is in the draft. And
There we
look,
go.
The reality for the Sacramento Kings is you're not sure if De'Aaron Fox wants to be there long term.
Hey,
You're not sure if
nice
Buddy
name,
wants
man.
to be there long
Nice
term.
name.
Drafting a young playmaker, somebody that can come in case that doesn't pan out. Ultimately, I think it's a
I like
great
that suit,
opportunity
dude.
for the Kings.
That's a nice suit.
They've got a new general manager in Sacramento, and Monty McNair.
Yeah,
who
I do
runs
got acne,
the
bro.
analytics. Is this a
I'm
perfect
young,
fit
that's what
for-
happens.
for their philosophy now?
Yeah, and I think it's a perfect fit alongside De'Aaron Fox as well, because Tyrese Halliburton is a little bit of an unorthodox player. He's not really a go get you a bucket, break you down guard. That's actually
We
an
the
area
North.
where he struggles
I don't
a little
think
bit,
that's an
whereas
unpopular
De'Aaron Fox
opinion.
is one of the fastest players.
LeBron's
in the
already
entire NBA, so I think
35.
those
He's gonna be
guys can play
36
off each
December
other
30th.
Extremely well. He's a big.
If he wins another ring, that'd be dope. But if he doesn't, bro, LeBron ain't got nothing to prove.
College basketball to shoot almost 60% from two, 40% from three, and average over 5 assists a game. Makes every.
Woj is always tweeting out the picks early, so
Tyrese
it's
Halliburton
possible that
is
people
going
know
to
before
the
they're even
Kings.
drafted for
Bobby
sure.
Marks, our front office expert, was just blown away by his interviews. It's probably a result of his family's example.
Oh my God!
This is my pops on TikTok. Man,
You guys see this? Oh, look at this. I'm ethnic. I mean, I really am. I know I got white skin, but I have a fro. You guys just can't see because I have my beanie on. But,
my freshman year at Maui, they picked somebody out of the crowd to do the three-point contest, and somehow this guy gets picked. He's out there shooting threes, airballing. Eventually makes the required amount, and he's too busy celebrating to get off the court. My dad was a big Magic Johnson fan. He showed me a lot of those clips growing up, just because of the joy that Magic
This tastes
played
like
with.
NBA
And
water.
My dad instilled that in me at a young age, just to always have fun on the court and to let your personality really show. And that's kind of got me to where I am today.
Thank you. I want to see who my Lakers
There was much
take.
rejoicing in the Sacramento draft room when they were able to come up with Tyrese Halliburton, a guy that all of my guys here on the set have been singing.
Someone
the
asked about the
praises
Clippers
of him.
cheers.
And
I got you.
Bobby
The
Marks
Clippers
joins
cheers
us
are
now.
in here.
Bobby, I alluded to the fact a couple of seconds ago about just how blown away you were by Tyrese and your time spent with him.
Yeah, Reese, I was able to help him prepare for this draft process in the interview. And in my 25 years working in the NBA, he is the best interview that I've ever gone through. High basketball IQ, a great kid. Sacramento's got a steal here, and this kid is going to be in the league for 15 years. So congrats to Tyrese, congrats to the Sacramento Kings, because right now they are the winners of the night so far.
All right, Bobby, this is a guy that we saw really improve at Iowa State under Steve Prohm. He lifted his scoring average from his freshman and sophomore year to over 8 points. He led the Big 12 in assists a year ago as his game just continues to grow. And the Iowa State point guard, now former Iowa State point guard with Malika.
Tyrese, your mom, Brenda. There you are. Your mom, Brenda, traveled to every single one of your collegiate games, and by all accounts, you get your personality and charisma from your dad. What does it mean to share this with them?
It's an amazing night. It was really fun. I'm in the perfect spot. Sacramento is the perfect spot for me. First I want to thank God, but these two right here, they're my rocks, and I love these guys to death. So I'm just glad I got to experience this with them.
One of your coaches at Iowa remembers your father giving you some advice, and that was to seek out the best player on any team that you were on. How are you going to do that with the Kings?
I'm just ready to get to work right away, ready to create relationships with these guys, and bring Sacramento back and get to winning games. So I'm just ready to get to work.
And we just heard Bobby Marks sing your praises, but I gotta say, your suit might be the best one in the draft so far. Can we check that out? Can we see a little bit of what's going on there?
Yeah, of course. Just the inside. This is my area code, 920 to the league. Then obviously with what's everything that's going on in the world, it's important that I make this, emphasize this in Black Lives Matter and keep what's important.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Tyrese. Black Lives Matter. Reese, back to you.
Yes, they do.
All right, Malika, so Tyrese Halliburton going 12th overall to the Sacramento Kings, and New Orleans Pelicans are on the clock.
I would have guessed
and
he
last
went
year,
top 10.
They
12
had the
isn't
top
bad.
pick, and they took Zion Williamson, and he lived up to expectations once healthy, Jay.
Well, he sure did. I mean, one of the most explosive
Question, should I just do the lottery, or do you guys
want to
see, like,
I've
the
never
whole
seen
thing,
a player
just
like
first
Zion
round?
Williamson on a
What do you guys
basketball
think?
court. And when he was on the court and healthy, he lived up to
Let
the
me know
bill.
down in the comment section.
When he was on the court, there was quite a difference in the plus minus and the efficiency that the Pelicans had.
Most definitely. I mean, they lost Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's no longer there. But you got to give David Griffin a lot of credit, him and Trajan Langdon, for what they've been able to do, getting Zion in the draft, but also moving a lot of pieces around to get Brandon Ingram as well. That turned out to be an all-star this year and one of the best players in the game.
And I would look at a guy like
You want some more
Sadiq
brisket?
Bey, a veteran, 21 years old, who doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in this draft, shot over 40% from three,
Damn,
and
I
has
have a
that
napkin in
Villanova
here.
edge to him that I think would really help them defensively.
Zion Williamson last year going to the New Orleans Pelicans. As Jay mentioned, Drew Holiday has moved on or going to
Can you
move
pass me
on
the water?
officially to Milwaukee as the Bucks try to get some help for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they're going to try to build everything around Zion now and try to find the complementary pieces that can make New Orleans a contender. Just a few seconds away from the Pelicans turning in their pick. And if you're looking at this, what kind of player would fit well with Zion Williamson?
Someone who can stretch the floor and stretch a defense. And one of those
Let's
guys
see who
would be
gets
the best
taken
shooter in the draft, Aaron
by
Nesmith
New
of
Orleans.
Vanderbilt. He was injured last year, but the guy can really score and really shoot.
All right, we'll see what the Pelicans have decided as the pick is now in. It is 13th overall in this 2020 NBA draft. Commissioner Adam Silver making his way to the podium.
With the 13th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, The New Orleans Pelicans select Kyra Lewis Jr. from the University of Alabama.
So the celebration for Kyra Lewis Jr., the Alabama
Nice.
guard,
Congrats
who
to him.
played last year for Nate Oates, who's trying to transform that program.
My
And the
friend,
celebration that started.
he's a YouTuber. Do you guys know Matt Be Great? I think he's friends with Kyra.
Asset and
I could be
attribute,
wrong.
he just has
I could be
elite
wrong,
speed.
but I
Pure
think they are.
speed, just a blur with the basketball in his hands, and not just in a straight line. He can change speeds, but really gets down
Damn,
the
there's
floor.
241
Elite
people in here. That's crazy.
transition, An excellent finisher.
If you guys don't
He's got
mind
a
giving this
Euro
video
step.
a
He can
thumbs
go,
up and
off of his
subscribing,
off
I'm
foot.
showing you guys this for free.
Good in the
Like,
pick and roll.
you guys have
And
to pay for
also
this
has
stuff on
a
TV,
very good
and I'm
middle
just
game.
showing it
An
to you guys for
underrated
free.
defender.
So really, if you
But
if you
a
guys
guy
don't
that's
mind
got a
just
motor.
giving this
He's
video a
still
like,
young. When he first
subscribing
got
if
to
you haven't
Avery
done so
Johnson
already.
recruited him to Alabama. He stepped on campus as a 16-year-old. So still a
Nice.
young player, but very humble and a really hard worker.
Here's the draft headquarters for the Pelicans in Metairie as they celebrate. And Jay mentioned how young he is. Kyra just turned 19 in April.
Dang, he just
He'll
turned
go down
19. That's
now
crazy.
and play alongside
How many likes
Zion
do we have in
Williams.
here?
Williamson
114
with the Pelicans.
likes.
The
That's
Boston
crazy.
Celtics are on the clock. We'll see what the C's do when you come back.
And seriously, please subscribe. If you're not already subbed, please go ahead and subscribe. I'd appreciate that.
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
You know what?
The support we've had over the last 2 months has been amazing.
It's not just a work environment. Everyone here is family.
I hope that wasn't a mistake, but
The new K5 GT beats the BMW 330i in slaloming, cornering, and acceleration.
Just wanted a little bit.
So it probably makes sense that we just keep on racing ourselves. Introducing the all-new turbocharged K5.
How about no? No. No way.
Come on, no.
Let's see who Boston
No.
No. Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
Pandora can't tell you how to get hyped up. How to play it back.
Psychedelic flow, I'm the dope and the antidote. Laid down the street.
Or how to slow it down.
What you know?
You want some water? What do you guys think? Should I let her have some water?
But we can't give you the modes to do all three.
the
Soon,
people
your
say you
game
can
day
have some
music
water,
with new
you can
athlete
have some
curated
water.
modes on uninterrupted radio.
Oh, Jackson says
now
no, you
playing
can't have water.
on Pandora.
I love this view. Did you just say yes for yourself? I'm gonna check the comments.
I love it every time this commercial airs. I get to drink
there's
another
3
Mountain
yeses
Dew.
saying you can have some water. No, I was gonna give her water anyway. I just needed more people to comment so it boosts the algorithm. See what I did?
Service now.
So I'm
Official
streaming the
workflow
first
partner of the
round. What do you want to do afterwards? Go to Walmart?
We've done this
Sure.
draft together for a few years now, and a recurring theme is how is it that Boston
For real, the Knicks
continues
finally
to
did
accumulate
something right.
All of these high draft picks. They've been active and instrumental on draft night. Marcus
I just
Smart,
want to make
Jalen
sure
Brown,
while we're on a
Terry
commercial
Rozier,
break.
and Jason
Can you
Kidd,
guys still hear the TV
turned
pretty
into
well?
an
Can you guys hear me?
superstar and a
How does the
steal
quality
and
look on
drafting
camera?
a
Tell me
crafty
everything.
trade that
If
night.
we need to change
You see how
something,
they've
we
been
can
able
change
to
that
use
right now.
those assets, and once again, we come in to this draft, and the Celtics with 3 picks in the first round, 14th, 26th, and 30th. They are on the clock for that 14th pick right now. So here's how Danny Ainge has been able to acquire some of the notable players.
All right, I guess the
and sign
quality is
free
pretty
agents.
decent,
They've
so.
extended the window on Gordon Hayward a couple more days to make a decision on what happens now with him and the option on his contract. Players drafted 26 first-round picks. They've also picked up guys like Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Isaiah Thomas, and Kyrie Irving in trade. So what is it that you expect Boston to do here right now, Jay Will?
Jackson said,
They need some help
said
at
my
center
dog
position.
drinks
Robert
wine.
Williams was hurt
I
last
don't think
year
that's
on
very
an
healthy
offensive
for your
advantage
dog,
type. He needs Cantor. Bench scoring every 29th.
But he's a
in
Celtics
bench
fan,
scoring,
so
you
what
need
can we
somebody that
expect,
can
right?
give you some production off the bench, considering their starting five.
Oh,
is so
I shouldn't be
strong.
talking crap about
And
the
then
Celtics.
potentially
You
a
guys are about
backup
to
point
pick
guard.
in like 30 seconds.
You don't know if you're able to re-sign Brad Wanamaker. So I
What's
think
up,
those are the three
TBP?
kind of spots that they could use some help.
See the draft headquarters for the Celtics as they plot the next move that they'll make.
Celtics,
As you
boo!
look at this, Jay,
Lakers,
what move would you make?
yes.
Who's the best available guy in your judgment?
Best available player I have is Aaron Nesmith because of his ability to shoot the ball. I don't discount Sadiq Bey there from Villanova just because of he's 6'8", 45% three-point shooter, and can also defend multiple spots. There are a number of different ways you could go. Like Precious Achua is a double-double.
You know who
guy
we
who's
need
still a
here,
young player
right
coming out of
here,
Memphis.
instead of this guy?
Jay
We
Will
need
mentioned
Stephen A.
if they need a
Smith.
big guy, Daniel Aturu.
If we had Stephen A. Smith here, that would be
golden. Another guy
golden.
who averaged 20 points, 11.5 rebounds, block shots, can make face-up shots. There are a number of
How do I say
options
your
you
name?
have there.
J12 said, shout out from the
Celtics
Philippines.
Now I'm told that the pick
Appreciate
is
the support,
in
my man.
14th overall. We'll see if the Celtics
Oh,
continue
my
to
girlfriend's
wheel
Filipino.
and deal, whether the pick will
You guys
be
might have
staying in
might
Boston.
know each
They've
other.
been
Maybe a
active
little
in draft
more
night,
than I'd
on
want
draft
you to
night in
know each
recent
other.
years.
Never
Here's
mind.
the commission.
All right, let's see who the Celtics pick.
With the 14th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Aaron Nesmith from Vanderbilt University.
That guy's a good basketball player,
looks like,
for sure.
On my monitor here, it looks like he
Too bad
has
he's not on the Lakers.
Celtic green suit. He averaged
But we can get
23
him.
points a game, shot better than 50% from the floor, 52%
Dang,
from three.
look at him crying.
Led the nation. Of course, his
Tears
season
of
was
joy.
cut short due to
I feel you,
a
dude.
foot injury. Played only 14
What?
games. He's got roots in the state
There's
of
what?
South Carolina, and there's been a wealth of
Someone said,
basketball
"Kumusta ka?"
talent that has come from the
Mabuti.
Palmetto State,
Mabuti
including
naman.
Alex English and Larry
Ikaw?
Nance, Kevin Garnett.
I speak a little bit of
guess
Tagalog,
Aaron
bro.
Nesmith just knows
I
that
speak
it's
pretty much
in
every
his soul
language.
to play basketball in South Carolina.
My dad's he's a big handyman, and so
Jackson,
ever since
what?
I was able to pick up a hammer, he's had me helping him out, picking
What
up
he said?
saws. He can drive a tractor. I can drive an excavator.
You said your dog
I've built
can beat me
multiple
up?
chicken coops.
Bro,
I've dug
probably.
multiple ponds, decorated the ponds. When I was in sixth
But I'll
grade,
beat you up,
my
dude.
dad would make me wake up at 6 in the morning and go cut down trees from 6 to 6, which is not an easy thing to do in Charleston, South Carolina, where it's 100 degrees every morning. I
That's where
hated
Tegan
it,
lives.
but it definitely taught me hard work at a very early age.
Whatever.
Hard work is clearly in Aaron's blood, and you are sitting here with your family. Your father, Bernie, instilled in you that you constantly need to work at whatever skill you are trying to do and pursue perfection. How are your teammates on the Celtics going to see that?
I like that
just
draft
every
suit.
day coming in, trying to earn myself from the second I walk in through the door, and just instill that hard work that I've always had in my life, and just continue moving forward.
We saw a wave of emotion come over you as you heard your name called.
Look how happy his
What are
parents
you feeling
look.
in this moment?
It's a dream come true. Every kid dreams of this moment since they're like 8 years old, and so to finally be able to sit here with my family and friends and those who are most important to me, it's definitely a surreal moment for sure.
Enjoy this night. Maybe give your mentor, Chris Middleton, a call, get some last-minute advice because you're headed to the league. Reese, back to you.
That's dope. That's
And
dope.
Malika, we've talked about the.
If you guys are
kind of
new,
shooting
please give this
stroke
video
that the
a
kid from
thumbs up
Vanderbilt
and
had.
hit that subscribe
Best
button.
shooter in
I've
the
said this
draft.
before,
Averaged
but
23 points
this
a
is
game
something
last
you
year
guys have
before
to
he
pay
was
for on
injured.
TV.
And
I'm showing y'all for
nobody
free.
better catch
All
and
I'm
shoot
asking
in this
for
draft.
are
Nobody
likes
better
and
shooting
subscriptions.
off
If
of
you guys don't
screens,
mind
shooting
doing
off
that,
of
that's really
screens.
all I ask for.
He's got almost 1.4 points per possession in jump shots off of screens. That is ridiculous. He's long-armed. You can see his improvement from last year to this year. And remember, he missed a bunch of games because of that foot injury that he had. But his shooting numbers just
Dang.
absurd.
It just jumped from
4.3
1.2 to
three-point
133
field
likes.
goals made
That's
per
insane.
game in the 14 games that he played. I think he can become a much better defender and put the ball on the deck a little bit more. But with that 6'10" wingspan, he can rise up and shoot over anybody.
You see in that piece, his dad taught him to drive an excavator. I'm glad they're finished with that whole big dig thing in Boston. It put him to work off the court too. Magic's on the clock.
That dude looks so swaggy. Number 1 pick, Anthony Edwards. Number 2 pick, James Wiseman. Number 3 pick, LaMelo Ball. Yeah.
This is an official invitation. I rented the whole hotel.
Oh, damn.
It's not good between me and the girls. Just let it go away.
The future of this family is going sideways real quick.
Do you want to come on the live?
I have a feeling it's going to get a little crazier.
This is nice.
Jersey Shore Family Vacation. New season premieres
Why are they
tomorrow
showing
at 8. Set your
TV
DVR.
commercials for Jersey Shore?
Welcome to Advanced Auto Parts.
I need one of those.
Keep this car moving. Die Hard batteries, owned and sold by Advance and CarQuest Auto Parts.
What?
This year, Christmas might be.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get a total value of $5,500 on this 2020 Silverado Crew Cab pickup. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Yo, update. Ricky Rubio just got traded to the Wolves. Which makes no sense to me because they literally just drafted a guard. I don't know. Whatever. Let me look at that. For real, Ricky Rubio just got sent to the Wolves. Let me see if I can find more information on that real quick. Someone said cap. Dude, I just got it from Bleacher Report. I'm not
Let's take a look
capping.
at 3 to watch. Brought to you by Mountain Dew. The top scorer remaining on the board is Cole Anthony out of North Carolina, who put up big numbers, really carried.
Okay, so they just traded Ricky Rubio.
The top perimeter defender is Josh Green, who played at Arizona a year ago,
and 2 picks
Desmond Bain with
for the
Aaron
number
Nesmith
17
just being
pick.
taken by the
So we'll
Boston
see.
Celtics. Desmond
We'll
Bain,
see what kind
now
of
the top
trick they
shooter
have up their
remaining
sleeve.
on the board. The Magic on the clock right now. They have been able to hopefully continue to rejuvenate the career.
Jackson says he
former
lost
number 1
a
pick
tooth
Markelle
and has
Fultz.
blood on
What
his
will the
pretzels.
Magic do
That's
now?
what's up.
Here's the Commissioner Adam Silver.
All right, let's see who Orlando
With
takes.
the 15th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Cole Anthony from the University of North Carolina.
Bro, if this dude would have stayed one more year, he would have gone way higher.
Celebration, there's Spike
But
Lee.
who cares? Who cares where you go, to be honest?
Every season at North Carolina is going to the Orlando Magic, and perhaps you know that his father was a tremendous player as well. Greg Anthony, the starting point guard for that great 1990 UNLV team. Won the national championship in 1990.
Yup, I knew that, but I'm from Vegas, so I'm supposed to know
NBA
that.
draft pick going 12th overall.
Where are you guys from?
91
I'm from
draft
Las
pick.
Vegas,
Played
Nevada.
11 years in the NBA.
Where are you guys
Cole
from?
Anthony's
Just out of
back to
curiosity,
the
where's
NBA.
everyone from?
Might have been detoured a little bit by injury this year, but
Stephanie, where are you
Has
from?
been charted, documented, and predicted ever since he was a little
I know.
baller.
I wasn't joking. I mean,
very hard. My
I
ball
was
handling,
joking.
my shooting, my rebounding, and my speed.
Well, technically,
Name
you're
of the
from
film
Oregon.
was Little Ballers. Sheesh. I mean, that was almost half my life ago. It was my mother's idea.
J.
She
Cole
saw
got
at a young
drafted.
age that
J.
me
Cole.
and a bunch of my friends just really how passionate we were at basketball.
J. Cole.
In the largest sense, making Little Ballers was just a reminder
Someone
that
from Alaska.
everybody
That's pretty
has
cool.
a dream.
From Toronto.
I plan on playing basketball my whole
From
life.
New York.
And in the NBA as soon as possible for as long as I can.
And so to look
You're from
back,
the Caribbean?
you know, a decade
That's
ago,
what's up.
to see that Cole
I was gonna go
is
there
on
this
the
summer
eve
on a
of
cruise ship,
having this
but
dream of playing
this whole
in the
thing happened in the
NBA
world. Not sure if
come
you've
to
heard of it.
life.
There's like a
It's
global pandemic
surreal.
going on. Not sure if you guys heard about that. But no, my family was supposed to go on a cruise ship. All right, let's listen to the interview.
He is surrounded by family. And is that Spike Lee that we're seeing over there, too? All of New York is coming to congratulate you. You were a big-time high school player, one of the best high school players. You had some injuries. What are you eager to showcase in the NBA?
Crystal Moon, you're from Nevada. What city? Yeah, look at this man cry. Happy for you, dude. Happy for you.
To be honest with you, I struggled a lot this year. Like, Lord, this is probably one of the hardest years of my life. I've had a very blessed life thanks to my parents, my family, my friends, just my whole support system, and just I never had surgery before. Just having the surgery was just whenever I found out I had surgery, it was just it was heartbreaking. I broke down, started crying. Dad, you see, I'm crying now. Shoot, but it's just I struggled. I continue to struggle, and I'm still struggling to this day. But I'm getting better, and it's just I'm healthy now, and I can't wait to just get out there and play. I'm so passionate about the sport, the game. It's just, this is the best moment of my life right here. I don't like. There's nothing comparing to this moment right here. You may be birthed, but this is the absolute best moment of my life.
It looks like you have a pretty fun celebration going over there. Make sure to tell your parents what they mean to you at some point tonight. Clearly, they've helped you a whole lot. Reese, back to you.
And Malik, I was around the North Carolina program a lot last year, and when he had that injury, people said, well, should he even play anymore? He never wavered about coming back and finishing with the target.
And you have to give him a lot of credit because a lot of players would have just shut it down. And he's a very talented scorer and just a
That's
freak
awesome.
of an
I'm
athlete
happy
that
for
never
this guy.
gets tired.
Yeah, you
Gets
guys know he
downhill,
set the
gets to the
freshman
rim,
debut
and can
record
finish and
this
draw
year at North
fouls.
Carolina.
Another 3-level
Crystal,
He had to take
Crystal,
a ton
you're
of
from North
difficult
Las
shots
Vegas.
last year just because he had
That's
to generate
awesome.
so much offense throughout the course of the year for North Carolina.
Where in North Las
but Cole
Vegas? Like
Anthony is
what?
gonna be an outstanding
By what high school?
NBA player.
Magic take him with the 15th overall pick, and the Portland Trailblazers not only
Just out of
on the
curiosity,
clock,
by what
the
high
pick
school?
is in. Let's see what Portland decides to do.
With the 16th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Isaiah Stewart from the University of Washington.
Nice.
So Isaiah Stewart celebrating his selection, 16th
Congrats.
overall. Grew up in Rochester, New York, went across the country to play for UW, and you see him celebrating and getting that.
Make sure you guys give this video a like if you haven't done so already. Hit subscribe if you're new.
Woj, what do you have on this pick that Portland just
Like,
made
you guys get
Isaiah
to see this
Stewart
for
out of
free.
Washington?
Yeah, Reese, this pick has moved around. It went from Portland to Houston and then to Detroit in a trade earlier today. Isaiah Stewart from the University of Washington. He's the second first-round pick by new GM Troy Weaver in Detroit. And Troy Weaver, before he got to the NBA, was an assistant
Crystal,
coach
you live by
at
Rancho. That's
Syracuse
pretty
University,
cool.
And Mike Hopkins, the Washington coach,
I live by
was,
like
one of his
Coronado,
colleagues
Green
on
Valley.
that staff, so he certainly had a lot of intel on Isaiah Stewart out of Rochester, New York. And so for Troy Weaver, he was hired from Oklahoma City, based largely on the role he played.
A lot of my
in
friends went to
drafting
Rancho.
A lot of very successful, high-profile, some MVP caliber players there. Detroit brought him in to start replenishing their young roster. They go with Isaiah Stewart and Killian Hayes earlier in the lottery.
All right, Woj, so Isaiah Stewart, his dad doesn't love to fly, so now he'll be able to drive instead of having to go to Portland. What he did when he went to Washington, he drove.
But Crystal, I went to Roy Martin for my middle school, which is right by Rancho.
In the post that plays with his back to the basket. He's got a turnaround jumper, a good jump hook, very, very active. He can pass, and he's got a really nice touch, but he plays hard, an excellent offensive rebounder.
Yeah, this dude's a bucket. This man right here that just got drafted, this man's a bucket.
I mentioned that Isaiah's dad doesn't like to fly, but
this
when
man's
he
a
drove
bucket.
out to UW to visit Isaiah and his teammates, he left a lasting impact on their stomachs.
You go to JD? Oh, dang. We played you guys in basketball when I was in middle school, and I think we beat you guys by like 48. It was crazy.
And work on farms to pick fruits.
My father used to be a chef. When I was a little bit,
Did he
my
just
father
cuss on
used
live
to
TV?
take me with him to cook for weddings and party and stuff, you know.
When my dad came up to University of Washington, and before he came out, he told me and told my teammates he's going to be cooking for us. So he came out and he cooked in our dorms. He cooked oxtails, rice and peas.
Nothing will leave in that pot when it done. Nothing.
That food looks good. Oh my God.
As my dad would say, whenever he cooks his food,
too late.
He always tells
That
me
looks
it's
so
gonna stick
good.
to my bone. That's definitely how food's going to help me.
And Isaiah has been keeping a pretty strict diet right now, too, because his brother's in culinary school. And as Woj told you, that pick is on his way to Detroit, and the Minnesota Timberwolves right now about to make a selection that will also be on the move. The pick is in.
With the
Let's do the
17th
Wolves
pick
pick.
in the NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Aleksej Pokuševski from Novi Sad, Serbia.
And from Athens, Greece, we
I'm not too familiar with this guy.
that Aleksej had chosen last night. Very James Bond look.
But they must really believe he's going to be super good if they traded up for him.
Looking suit, stylish guy. He's the youngest eligible player in the draft at the age of
If
18.
anyone knows a lot about this
What do you
guy,
got
comment
for him,
down below.
Yeah, he's on the short list of potential unicorns in this draft, just with his size, his ability to handle, shoot it at his size. He can really, really pass, and he has shot blocking instincts. So the Oklahoma City Thunder have been on him for quite some time, and this is a guy that NBA scouts flocked out to Greece to get eyes on in the open court. He's really, really good handling like a guard. His agility, really, really impressive at that size. He can shoot it off the bounce. He can shoot it off the catch. You can pick and pop him to space. He can rim protect. Now, he needs to get a lot tougher defensively. He's not the most physical guy. Had some injuries this past season, but coming out of the second league in Greece, we've seen another good player come out of there, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So he's in good company.
Okay, so Pokuševski being selected by Minnesota. We expect that pick is going to be on the move as well, too, as we're starting to see some of the moves.
If you guys haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up.
It's just crazy.
Hit subscribe.
OKC, I think it's 17 now first-round picks that they have.
We talk about the NBA here
2026,
pretty much
just
whenever there's
Sam
something to
Presti
talk about.
continues to
During the
build
season,
them
I
up and
posted
get
every
players
single
like that,
day.
especially with Danilo Gallinari going to be a free agent.
Every day.
this
Didn't miss a day during the NBA season.
Okay, so Dallas is now on
145
the clock, and,
likes, that's crazy.
Dallas has the 18th pick overall.
No, my
the
brother
Luka
can't dunk.
Doncic
No, he
selection
can't.
Went pretty well for them.
Someone said
Triple-double
145 likes.
machine, including the playoffs. He had
Let's see.
19.
Oh,
Young,
147.
lead the NBA,
That's
who was
sweet.
All-NBA, first team, fourth in the
That's
MVP
sweet.
voting
Thank you,
this
guys.
past year.
Seriously,
Averaged nearly
thank you, guys.
29 points, 9 rebounds, and nearly 9 assists per game. And yet, he's just 21 years old. And
Crystal asked if I
play
played basketball. I played basketball up until I graduated high school in 2018.
What would you do in terms of trying to find someone to go with Luka?
I don't play ball anymore.
3-and-D style wing. You know, they need
But I
somebody
can
who
if anyone
defend,
wants
who
to get
doesn't need
that
the ball
work.
in their hands to be effective. I
This
look
guy
at
looks like
Josh
Kevin
Green
Love.
out of
I mentioned that
Arizona,
earlier. But he
tough-minded,
looks like Kevin Love.
6'6", long arms, physical body.
Just
Sadiq
not-
Bey,
just
a guy who
without
doesn't need
all the
ball as
money
well,
Kevin Love
can
has.
space it. Those are two really good options for them.
Okay, so the Mavericks haven't wasted a lot of time. They've known exactly what they want to do with this.
Jackson asked if I was good. Yeah, dude, I had a couple D2 and D3 offers. Like, I can pull them up. They're in my closet. I'm not going to go get them right now, but I was pretty decent.
With the 18th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Josh Green from Sydney, Australia, and the University of Arizona.
Nice.
So Josh Green
I saw this
spent
dude
a lot
play
of his
tiny bit.
childhood in Australia, but moved to the United States.
Wow, they look so bored that he got drafted. They all look so bored that he got drafted.
Overall recruit in the ESPN 100, but when he came to the U.S. as a 14-year-old, he had tried just about everything. In fact, he had been a standout in something
I like that suit,
very
though.
physical.
Growing up in Australia, I grew up trying out different sports, soccer, basketball, tennis, and all
Dang,
these
he
other
looked like a
stuff.
beast
I
soccer
discovered
player.
Australian football in my 5th grade year, and I kind of fell in love with it. Australian rules, it's a very popular sport in Australia. I went to an Australian football, tryout camp for my local team, and I played very well. And I moved from Australia to America. It was a big adjustment for me.
I think he's going to have a role in the NBA.
I kind of knew that I had to take basketball to the next step and really focus on it because there's no Australian football in America. I'm very grateful to be able to be over here in America and playing basketball.
Dang, this dude could have gone pro in multiple sports. That's crazy. See you, Crystal.
Australian rules football's in our DNA.
An athletic player that is quick and strong, and he can also defend at a high level. He's got the ability to switch off and guard multiple positions, which is so valuable right now in the NBA. He can contain the bounce, and one of the things I like best about Josh Green is he fights through screens. He doesn't just melt on a screen, he'll fight through it to stay with his assignment. He shoots 36% from three. He can catch and shoot. He's got a good mid-range game and an excellent transition finisher that shoots 61%
That's what's up.
On the break.
So Josh Green out of Arizona headed to the Dallas Mavericks to team with Luka. The Brooklyn Nets are on the clock. High expectations for the Nets.
Let's see who the
and
Nets
their
take.
new coach Steve Nash. He will join us in our coverage of NBA Draft 2020.
What do you guys think of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant being on the Nets together? And there's rumors that James Harden wants to go there as well. So what do you guys think of all that? Guys, I think we've gained like 40 or 50 subs this stream. That's insane. Stephanie, are you playing Among Us?
You love me.
It's alright. So yeah, what do you guys think of James Harden and Kevin Durant and Kyrie playing together next season? James Harden hinting that he wants to go to Brooklyn. Yeah, what do you guys think of all that? I'm about to read all your comments.
You love me. What a
I'm about to
world
read
that
all
would
these
be.
comments.
This year is not normal.
We have no idea what's going to
All
happen.
three will cry that they don't get the ball enough.
It's Chevy
Dude,
Truck Month.
I hear you. I met Kyrie once. Excuse my language, but total asshole.
It's Explore New Ground Month.
I have a
It's
video
the
on my
month to
channel
get
about
things
it.
done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Someone said pray for Clay. For sure, man. You know, no one deserves injuries, especially not 2 in a row, without even getting to play. Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
Siguen siendo exploradores, pero ahora
Jackson said he watched my video on Kyrie while he took a bath.
pero ahora puedes quedarte más tranquila.
Thank you. I
Sigue
guess.
siendo un largo viaje, solo que ahora nadie quiere que se acabe. La familia de SUVs Chevy, haciendo de tu camino algo mejor. Durante la cyberventa Chevy usa los 500
Someone said he met Dwight once and it wasn't that cool. Yo, my dad gave an Uber ride to Paul George, and Paul George didn't give him a tip. But something else with Paul George, you guys all know he broke his leg. I was at that game, actually. It was here in Las Vegas at the Thomas and Mack Center. I was at that game and actually got it on video. Not the part where he broke his leg, but the part where they brought out the stretcher and everything. I got all that on video on my iPhone. That's pretty insane. But I'm glad to see he's doing a lot better now. Sí, Master Creed. Yo hablo español. ¿Qué pasa, bro?
Breaking news from Adrian Wojnarowski.
Brooklyn Nets go out and get Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. They have a chance to be one of the franchises in the NBA.
Just a perfect spot for us so we can control our destiny.
what better place to do it than Brooklyn?
Speaking of Kyrie, there he is.
In terms of the pieces that we need in order for us to be at that next
There he is.
level. You know, we'll
that
see how
dude needs to go to a real barber. Get that beard lined up. Make that thing look fresh. Get that thing looking popping.
I don't really see us having a head coach. You know what I mean? Like, KD could be a head coach. I could be a head coach.
The Brooklyn Nets are hiring Steve Nash, a legendary point guard.
While I haven't necessarily publicly stated a desire to coach, privately it's
Steve Nash don't age. Seriously. Steve Nash still looks like. I mean, he looks his age, I guess. But he looks good for. How old is Steve
selecting
Nash?
19th overall. They got that pick from the 76ers via the Clippers, but it is not done moving yet, is it, Woj?
This pick at 19 is headed to the Pistons, who are going to have now 3 picks in the top 20. It's a 3-way trade, I'm told, among the Pistons, Nets, and Clippers. The Clippers are going to send Landry Shamet to the
if
Nets.
there's at least 150, I'm going to be happy.
The
There's
guard
at least
with the
150, I'm gonna
Pistons
be
goes
happy.
to the Clippers, and then the 19th pick
Appreciate
heads
you guys.
to
I
Troy
appreciate
Weaver
you guys for
in
real.
Detroit, and they have a chance now
157 likes.
to really
158.
reshape this young
If you guys
roster.
can
They've been
subscribe,
very
I'd
high on
appreciate it.
Sadiq Bey of Villanova. That's somebody
for real.
very high on their draft board. We'll
I'm
see
about
what
to
they
say
do here
something
at 19.
stupid in the chat.
Okay, Woj giving us the latest. Brooklyn will still make the pick. All of the trades, of
Lakers,
course, have to go
#1
through
pick.
NBA legal, be finalized before
Oh,
they
I
become
misspelled
official. But the Nets
Remove.
making the pick for the Pistons, as Woj just told you. And here is the commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 19th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Sadiq Bey from Villanova University.
Bro, look at this man's lineup. Oh my gosh. Look at his line. So clean. Draft his barber immediately. Draft his barber. Look at that man's haircut right now. Oh my gosh. Who cut that man? Who cut that man?
More time on the floor. But it was his mom, who was a high school principal and earned a doctorate in educational leadership. Her motivation and tough love made him the guy he is now.
My relationship with my mom is very strong. She's always been my role model.
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
She played basketball
I think it's at
the
11:15.
University of North Carolina at Charlotte.
I'm serious. I set an appointment at the barbershop.
She was always on me, even as a little kid. I was probably 9 and 10, and she was saying like, "You're not playing aggressive enough. Like the game's gonna pass you by." It just hurt inside. I'm like, man, my career's gonna be over like this quick. My mom doesn't know exactly how much she means to me. Only I do. I care for her and I love her so much.
Maybe the best thing you can say about him is he's a Villanova guy.
I love Villanova's system. Seriously,
guy.
they're very.
This guy, there's nothing
They're
wrong
very
with them.
slept on.
3.8 student, great work ethic. He shot 45% from 3 this last year. 6'8", long arms. He shot 1.3 points per possession on spot ups, and very good in transition. He's got guard skills, and he can defend absolutely anybody. He can defend on the ball. He stays in front on the dribble, and he rotates well. He's a good talker. He had over 73s, over 70 assists at 6'8". He can play all over the floor. This is a really good player that's going to play a big role for a lot of years as a starter.
Well, Jay Wright not only has built a college basketball dynasty, he started a bit of a pipeline into the NBA. Look at all of these high draft picks and guys who have really gotten off to great starts in their careers for the most part, coming out of Villanova over the last couple of years. Now, this most recent pick, Sadiq Bey, is not going to stay with Brooklyn.
Someone asked if I could repeat that. Oh, I was just asking my girlfriend to do something real quick.
Kevin Durant, and now Steve Nash is the head coach of the Nets, and Steve gracious enough to join us now. So, Steve, what's it been like on your first draft night as a head coach in the NBA?
It's been incredible.
Let's listen to
first of all,
Steve Nash.
Congrats to all the draftees. This is a monumental night for all of them. I remember it well, and they should hopefully enjoy this with their families. But for us, it's been exciting just to be in the room and try to figure out how we can improve our roster.
When you look at what your expectations are going in with established stars like you have and getting some veteran pieces to go
I got
with them
LeVar
around,
one-on-one,
how would you
bro.
describe
I got
what
LeVar.
your expectations are for your first year?
Well, we're trying to contend and win a championship. I think it's something that we're not going to shy away from. We realize that there's a long path towards that, and we have to take this process and build a team that is cohesive, connected, has an incredible spirit, because it's not all just about, the names on the roster. It's about how we compete together. So, I think that's the first and foremost on all of our minds, is how do we build a team and a spirit that's willing to compete. It's so competitive at the top end of the league to try to get over the hump. And, we realize that's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take a lot of hard work.
Steve, obviously, your credentials, your knowledge, impeccable. You've been able to build teams as a leader.
Appreciate everyone who's currently here. If you haven't given this video a like, please do so already. Hit subscribe so you can stay up to date on daily NBA news.
Me that in a few months, but at this point, I think at this point, obviously, I'm trying to get myself up to speed. Fortunately, I have an incredible support system here at the Nets, coaching staff. All the departments are incredibly mature and well thought out. So I got tons of support. I'm learning every day, and hopefully I can add a lot from my experiences and acumen to the game.
As you spend this night in the draft headquarters and think about building a team, has your mind wandered at all back to your draft year and your draft night?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's incredible to see some of these young men and their families.
I can't believe Steve never won a ring. That's
not
crazy.
Only the feelings they're having tonight, but all the hard work they put in to get here and the future, potential that all of them hold. It definitely takes me back. It's exciting. It'd be nice to be 19 again. Well, I was 22. We didn't have as many 19-year-olds coming in the draft in '96, but. It's incredible. It brings back a lot of memories. I'm excited for all these young players, and obviously for me as a young coach, it's exciting to get started as well.
And Steve, we're looking forward to seeing the product that you guys are able to put on the floor in Brooklyn once we get started, and we're getting started in less than a month too. So we look forward to that. Thanks for spending some time with us, and best of luck on the rest of draft night.
You got it. Thanks, Reese.
All right, there is Steve Nash, the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Miami Heat on the clock. Miami, what a finish they had once they got to the NBA bubble. And not a lot was expected of Miami, but yet they just kept finding a way to win. Just had some epic games in the finals against the Lakers. Ended up coming up short despite a valiant effort from Jimmy Butler and all of his teammates in Miami. What a great job they did. So what do you think Miami needs to do right now? What would be a good add and a good fit for them?
I mean, if they can add a PG of Goran Dragic, who obviously suffered that horrible injury, to watch him during the series not be able to come back to play, but him not potentially being there next year, who can help you with that role? And look, you're still looking for pieces, even at the backup, power forward position. Bam Adebayo can do only so much. You need some depth at that position as well.
Okay, they've had a lot of success with Tyler Hero out of Kentucky, Bam Adebayo out of Kentucky. Don't you just take Tyrese Maxey and go, let's stick with this Kentucky thing. It's working.
Might as well. It certainly has. It has so far. Adebayo was terrific. Hero became a star. And now the Heat with the 20th overall pick. The selection is in. Let's go to the podium and the commissioner.
With the 20th pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Precious Achiuwa from Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and the University of Memphis.
Dude, I only watched this guy like 30 seconds, so I'm not going to act like I know about him, but
he was the only freshman in Division I to average a double-double this past year, nearly 16 points, nearly 11 rebounds per game to go along with a couple of blocks. And he really helped himself.
That hat
with
was
the way
swagger.
He started playing, the effort and the energy that he
little
showed
hat he took
in
off,
the
that was
latter
swagger.
stages as he waits for the rest of the game.
Is swag still a word?
Achiuwa, his brother, God's Gift Achiuwa, played at St. John's from 2011 to 14. I mentioned he was not only player of the year, he was also the freshman of the year, and the stats that he put up a season ago in his only season at Memphis. A really impressive guy who can do a lot of things on the defensive end.
Well, especially after James Wiseman left Memphis and decided just to prepare for the draft after 3 games. That's when Precious Achiuwa really took off. He was a double-double machine, averaged 16 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. He can step away and shoot it. The only freshman in Division I to be player of the year and rookie of the year in his league. A relentless finisher. Goes after every loose ball. Runs, has a great motor. We talked about his defense, but just a high-energy player that can be really a small ball 5. Right now, he needs to improve his shooting. Shoots 32% from 3, but for a big guy, he can build on that. Just a solid, really good player.
That's what's up, man.
The Precious Achua out of Memphis going to join Bam Adebayo and company in Miami. The Philadelphia 76ers are on the clock, and their head coach is now Doc Rivers. Great Doc Rivers will join us as we continue our coverage of the draft.
There's nothing as unique as our eyes, which is why Essilor pioneers ways to make lenses as unique as you. Verilux for super sharp vision, Essential Blue for protection, and Crizal for freedom from glare. 3 cutting-edge solutions in a single unique lens. So whatever your needs, insist on Essilor. Visit your local Essilor experts and find the perfect lens for you. See more, do more, Essilor.
What difference could 2 inches make? I mean, it's a truck. It's not about inches. Who's thinking about the garage when you're shopping for a truck? CarMax is. We'll let you bring it back for a full refund within the first 7 days. The way it should be. CarMax.
Your next memory is out there. It might be a small one or a giant leap. Maybe it's a memory of you alone or one with him or them. It could feel like magic. Or it might just warm your heart. Your next memory is out there.
There are
It's just
so many
waiting to be
commercials
made.
in this thing. Oh my
To
goodness.
new memories. Hilton and our family of hotels.
It's spectacular. More than that, it's sensational. Something revolutionary.
Do you think you're ready for the magic? Because it's been ready for you.
Forrest Whitaker, Keegan-Michael Key, Hugh Bonneville, Anika
Thank you to everyone who's watching. Seriously,
Madeline Mills,
I appreciate you all.
Alicia Rashad, and Ricky Martin.
I really do. I really appreciate you guys.
Magical toy just came to life.
What should we talk about?
Jingle
Just
Jangle,
while we're on
a
commercial
Christmas
break.
Journey, rated PG.
What should we even talk about here?
This is Nest Audio from Google, but to someone who wants to bring a little bounce to their house.
Hey Google, play this on all my speakers.
All right, I'm gonna tell you guys about some of the NBA players I've met. So,
Introducing
for those
Nest
of you who
Audio.
weren't here earlier, I told you guys about when I met Kyrie Irving. Oh, by the way, please give this video a like and hit subscribe if you're not already, because I mean, you guys get to see all this stuff for free. Most people have to pay to get this on their television, and you guys get to see it all for free. So if you don't mind, just giving this video a like, hitting subscribe, just to support the channel. So let's talk about when I met Kyrie. It was like 8 years ago, give or take. It was here in Las Vegas, and my dad parked his car right next to Kyrie's without even knowing that was Kyrie's car, okay? And so we were walking back to our car to go home or whatever, and my brother and I saw Kyrie Irving walking towards our car as well. Now, obviously, we found out that he was walking towards his own car, but my brother and I started yelling, Kyrie, 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 and he ends up doing like a dab, and he kind of dabs on us. He gets in the car and drives away. And I mean, whatever, he might have had something to do, but we were kids and we really liked Kyrie, so it kind of hurt our feelings a little bit that happened. But yeah, that's the story of when I met Kyrie.
On
And
his
then
deal.
I have a couple other
this is
stories too. I've met a
Philadelphia
few other
team
NBA
now with
players.
Doc Rivers, that brings back Danny Green.
I'll just tell you guys
Terrence
while we
Ferguson,
wait to see who gets drafted.
And Oklahoma City,
I met
Vasily
Jabari Parker one
Micic,
time at a
one of the
bathroom.
best,
Okay,
European
this was
point
like
guards,
2 or 3 days
Serbian who,
after
who
meeting
the
Kyrie.
Thunder believes could be a
Ironically,
rotation guard
so
in the NBA, and
I was
now
in the
the count is
bathroom
up to
at the
17
Cosmopolitan. It's a hotel
future
here in
first-round
Vegas.
picks.
And
between this draft
I was
and
I was walking out of the
for Sam
stall,
Presti in Oklahoma
and my
City.
forehead almost like hit this dude's bicep. And I kind of
All right,
look up.
Woj,
I'm like,
that's
oh
what the
my
Sixers
bad.
are doing
And I
is
kind of
they-
double
they brought in
take.
Daryl
And
Morey
I'm
in
like,
the front
whoa,
office. They've
that's
got
not
Doc
just
Rivers
any
as the
big
head coach
dude.
now. He'll
That's
join us in
Jabari
just a
Parker,
little bit.
and he
We'll
was
see
still at Duke
what
at
the
the time.
Sixers are going to do. What do you expect
And I'm
from
like, yo,
Philadelphia?
Jabari, keep in
They
mind,
need
I'm like
shooting.
12 years
I
old,
look at
okay?
Desmond Bane
I
as
say,
one of
yo,
the better shooters in
Jabari,
this
can I
draft.
take a
Shot
picture
over
with you? And he
43%
says
from
no.
three at
I'm
TCU,
like, oh,
6'6",
okay. Now,
can really
granted,
defend.
we were
Then you
washing
have
our
some
hands
guards
and
like
everything,
Malachi
but
Flynn,
he could have been like, yeah,
Player of
meet
the
me
Year at
outside of
San
the
Diego
bathroom.
State.
And I
Peyton
was a kid,
Pritchard
you know,
as
I was like
well out of
12.
Oregon, so there are definitely
that
some
kind of
good
bummed me
options
out a
in
little
terms of
bit.
shooters.
Tyrell Terry can shoot it at Stanford.
And then
also
I've met
Jordan
John
Moore
Wall.
is
I've
an
met him
excellent
3
shooter from
times.
Louisville, 6'7".
The first time I met him, I asked for an autograph, and he gave me an autograph. And the other 2 times I met him, I didn't have anything for him to sign or anything like that. Okay, let's see who gets drafted. Hold up.
With the 21st pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Tyrese Maxey.
There we go.
University
Tyrese
of
Maxey.
Kentucky.
I was waiting for this guy to get drafted all night.
Well, jubilation, and rightfully so, for Tyrese Maxey out of Kentucky. Typically, we have heard the name of a Wildcat called much earlier in the draft now, but Tyrese Maxey perhaps going into an excellent situation with Philadelphia as we take a look at player
How do you guys
highlights
feel
brought
about
to you by
Tyrese
AT&T.
Maxey being in the 20s?
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Here's Tyrese working out, getting a pretty good mentor on LeBron James. Ben Simmons there as well.
I think he's going to be good. I really think he's going to be good.
I
think he's going to be good.
As I previously alluded to, player highlights brought to you by 1800 Tequila, though we certainly don't recommend that right before you start to play. Here is Tyrese Maxey.
You can have one if I say wingspan enough.
One tonight, maybe two.
Tyrese Maxey's a shot maker. A guy who he only shot 29-30% from three, but he shot 40% from three against top 25 competition. I think his shooting stroke is good. He just needs to get it more up than out, but that's not going to be a problem. He's a combo guard. He's got a quick first step. He's good defensively. He fights. He guarded.
So yeah, how do you guys feel about LaMelo going to the Hornets?
He passes well. I think as he refines his game, he's got
LaMelo
a
to the Hornets. How do you guys feel about that?
Seth Greenberg says he plays with great joy, and I think that's true.
You know, it's not unusual for players to watch film, but they usually don't start in the second grade. That's what Tyrone Maxey did with his son.
Go Reeves, hype man, hype it up. I see ya. Go Reeves, go Reeves. Woo, he hyped. I'm hyped out.
My dad had a huge influence on my game on the court.
Tyrese and I would play one-on-one when he was a kid.
He never let me win.
He would get so mad, so upset, come in the house crying. Now, I would always tell him, you gotta earn it.
That's one.
Shout out to Jackson. He's been here for 2 hours.
You know, nothing comes
Seriously.
easy, first of all.
Shout out to
always
you,
have
Jackson.
that spirit.
Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna pin you.
I told you
Boom.
what I did
Pin,
to him
right
back in
there.
the day. You know, if we go to the real court.
I just pinned your comment, bro.
I'm having a little moment right here, right now.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the support.
Easy.
Thank you for the support.
Clearly, the
Seriously.
bond this family shares is
I try to
incredible.
support everyone who
Tyrese,
supports
your
me.
mom says that your parents
If you guys are here,
knew
please give this
that
video
you
a
would
like.
be an NBA
Let's listen to
player
this interview.
When you were 5 years old, what do you want to show your family that you can do in this league?
I just want to show them that I can compete and do what I know that I can do. I trust myself. I put the work in, and I'm just so excited, man. I'm so thankful.
What have you learned from the time you've spent playing with Rajon Rondo and the like?
I learned a lot. I'm sorry.
It is a big moment
I
for you,
learned so much
Tyrese.
from Rondo. I learned so much from Rondo. I really appreciate him, man. He took the time out of his day every single morning to teach me the tricks of the trade. And I want to say thank you so much. And I thank Philadelphia for this opportunity. I promise you, it won't be a regret.
You guys hear all that?
Tyrese, thank you so
He
much
just
for
thanked
joining us.
He just
Reese,
thanked
back to
Rondo
you.
because him and Rondo were working out
Tyrese,
early
thank you.
in the
That
early mornings.
Kentucky connection working for Tyrese as he worked with
That's
Rajon
what's up.
Rondo. Pleased to be joined by the new head coach of the 76ers.
Air Prod,
Doc Rivers. So,
appreciate
Doc,
you, bro.
getting-
You've been here 40
getting things
minutes.
started there
Javier,
in
you've been here
Philadelphia.
30
What's your
minutes.
first
I
draft
appreciate
night
you,
as the head
dude.
coach of
I
the
appreciate
Sixers
all of
been
you.
like?
For real. I
It's been
appreciate
great,
you guys.
You know, working with Elton and Darryl, you know, Peter, Prosper, the owners, it's been really good. It's been nice. I kind of just sit and listen.
But pretty soon you're going to be called on to lead. So what is it that
What do you guys think about Doc
you can
Rivers as
bring
a
to
coach?
this franchise
We the
with
North,
the
yeah,
pieces
you've been
that you
here,
have in
dude.
place and
I
some
appreciate you.
Extraordinary talent that
I
can
appreciate
elevate
you.
them to that
And you've been
proverbial next
subscribed for a
level.
while too.
You know,
I
it is
appreciate
a
you.
talented team, starting with Joel and Ben. And then when you name all the other guys, we have a huge supporting cast here. You know, we have to learn how to win. You know, we've proven here that you can do a lot of winning and win a lot of games, but we have not proven yet to be the winner. But I like the team. I like the talent. Defensively, I think we can not just be a good defensive team. I think we have the chance to be one of the best defensive teams in this league. And if we start with that, I think
Air
the
Prod
offense will
said,
come.
What's your
Doc.
reaction to the draft pick that the Sixers just made? That you guys just made with
Javier said Doc is a GOAT.
Very happy.
Look, I made a video. I think Doc is overrated. And I made a whole video on that. I think Doc is overrated. That's fine, Jackson. I get you're tired, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Kind of fits that mode.
But no, I think Doc is overrated as a coach. Now, I don't remember everything I said in that video, but he's had Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Jamal Crawford.
That's right, really soon.
Paul George, Kawhi Leonard.
Is what, less than a month
Who else
away,
has he had?
December 22nd, so just around
Lou Will.
of the Denver Nuggets.
He's had a lot of players, and he hasn't won a championship with any of them. He won a championship back in Boston a decade ago. So I mean, dude,
to lessen that burden a little
because
bit.
he had a
I look
stacked
at
team.
RJ Hampton, you know, he's one of the more talented players.
90% of NBA coaches would have won a championship with that team. So I think he's an overrated coach.
There are some other options as well. Jaden McDaniels is a guy.
Oh yeah, and thank you for bringing up the 3-1 lead stuff with the North.
10 talent in this draft. So in terms of kind of a talent swing, those are two names that come to mind.
Okay, so Nuggets.
Doc Rivers has blown more 3-1 leads than any head coach in the NBA in NBA history. Air Prod, you just asked, do I have respect for the LA Clippers? I'm gonna be honest. Oh, let me answer that. Let me watch this.
With the 22nd pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Zeke Naji from the University of Arizona.
Damn, I haven't watched Zeke in so long. Oh my gosh.
So the second Wildcat of Arizona going in this first round. Josh Green earlier was selected with the 18th pick.
That's what's up.
Dallas, so Zeke Naji.
Their family has so much swag.
Pac-12
so much swagger.
First team
so much swagger.
And this guy is not just talented on the floor, but talented off the floor. Plays with great rhythm because music is in his blood.
So much swag. How many likes we got in here?
Music to me is everything.
Likes. That's
Whenever I have any downtime, first thing I like to do is go on piano, even if it's just for like 10, 15 minutes.
What is that? The chat rate.
My parents did a really good job of making sure my taste in music was diverse. Some of the musicians I enjoy listening to are Stevie Wonder, Jackson 5, Michael Franks, ABBA. Around maybe 6th, 7th grade, I composed like my first song.
Bro, this dude is so talented.
And I think that without music, I don't know what I would do.
Playing piano since the first grade. Now he'll try to play a tune in the NBA.
Talk about a motor, guy that plays hard. Zeke Naji can really run the floor. He had 14 double-doubles on the season. He was the Pac-12 Rookie of the Year.
I said that.
Excellent rebounder.
Random highlights. I said that he won a chip with the Celtics.
He really gets
but
to
it was with the stacked team.
He shot over 200 free throws.
Yeah.
Has 15 to 17-foot range. Goes straight
up. It was like a
up
decade
and
ago.
Has a really nice shooting touch, but a crafty finisher and a really good player. The fact that he gets to the line at such a high rate, I think, is a really good sign about his activity level and his motor.
The Knicks are back on the clock. Earlier tonight, they selected Obi Toppin out of Dayton, and now New York will make its second selection of this first round. We'll find out what they do coming up in just a little bit. Now, we've had just a remarkable night. You've seen players full of emotion as they've had their moment come true, the moment that they have dreamed of their entire lives. More of that coming when we continue with our coverage of the draft.
Together we can do anything. Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
All right, let's talk about some basketball. All right, let me read some of these comments. I see there's some good conversations going on.
This right here.
Javier said, so the Warriors lost a 3-1 lead. Does that make Steve Kerr overrated? So, yes and no. Look, is Steve Kerr overrated? I'm going to say no. Okay? He has won a couple championships, but let's just keep it real.
Meteorologists will call this.
That team was not built by Steve Kerr.
And this is me just getting
That
started.
team was built by Mike Brown.
Powerade, Powerade.
Wait, hold on.
More power from
No,
me.
by Steven. Actually, who was
What
the
does
coach
it take to make the
before?
world's most awarded tequila? It
Oh my
takes
God,
passion
who was the
and
coach?
dedication.
Who was
Still
the
hard to
Warriors
find a
coach
spot.
before
Just easier
Steve Kerr?
work. Still the big move.
If anyone knows, let me know. I don't remember, but Steve Kerr inherited that
Still,
team.
the gang's all here, just less are we
Steve
there.
Kerr inherited
the
that
Chevy
team.
family of
And
SUVs,
let's be real,
making life's journey
99% of NBA head coaches could have won a championship with that team.
Most SUV models.
Yeah, Jackson, thank you. I think I said, who did I say first? I think I said Steven Jackson. I'm a dumbass. Oh, I didn't mean to say another bad word, but I think I said Steven Jackson, but yeah, it was Mark Jackson. No, you're right. So,
Sigue siendo un gran cambio, pero ahora puedes quedarte más
so
tranquila.
is Steve Kerr overrated?
Sigue siendo un largo viaje,
That's
solo
a
que
tough
ahora
one,
nadie
because I
quiere
mean,
que se acabe.
he's
La
only
familia
ever
de
had
SUVs
stacked
Chevy,
teams.
haciendo
Really,
de tu
he's only
camino
ever had
algo
stacked
mejor.
teams.
Durante la Cyberventa Chevy usa los $500 en cyberefectivo en la mayoría de las SUVs y obtén $4,250 de bono total en efectivo en todas las tracks 2020.
If you guys haven't subscribed,
Visita tu
please go ahead and do
Chevy del
that.
sur de Nevada.
We talk about pretty much every NBA team on here. Is Pascal Siakam overrated? That's a great question. Look, last postseason he played great, and this one he did not. So I need to see more from him
The expertise
before
that
I
helps
find
keep
out.
hospitals clean is helping keep businesses clean too. Look for the Ecolab Science Certified seal.
Next
Pascal
on the
Siakam
clock,
really
we
let
take
me
a look
down
at
this
Billups' Best
postseason.
Available, presented by 1800 Tequila.
Wingspan, baby, wingspan. Mike Schmitz had mentioned R.J. Hampton.
I hope
who
Siakam
played
plays
New
great.
Zealand last year.
Seriously, I hope he does,
Terrific
'cause
transition player, very young.
I love the
Jaden
Raptors.
McDaniels,
The Raptors
highly
fans have been
skilled,
very supportive of this
big
channel,
forward out
so
of
the least I
University
can
of
do is
Washington.
support the
What to watch
Raptors
out
as
for
well.
is Tyler
So I
Bay
hope
out of
Siakam
Colorado,
gets
the
the stuff together.
Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. He
I
can
played
guard
against
multiple
Tyler Bay in
positions.
high school as well.
The best on-ball defender at the guard position.
I played Tyler Bay in high
is
school.
Trey Jones, and then Robert Woodard out of Mississippi State.
It was
a
at the
guy
Fab
who
48
can
tournament in
also
Vegas.
defend and stretch it out to three-point, another 3-and-D guy.
So those are the best available. This is what happened to move the Knicks into this position. This draft spot, 23rd overall, originally belonged to the Jazz. Knicks are going to move up, going to move down in the second round, give up a second-round pick, 38th overall, and the Jazz will pick 27th, the spot that the Knicks originally had. So the Knicks have already selected Obi Toppin tonight out of Dayton, a guy who was a late bloomer and then really became a superstar with the Flyers last year, a Wooden Award winner, and he was delighted to be able to go to the Knicks. We saw an outpouring of emotion. So what is
Let's
it
see who
the
gets
Knicks need to
drafted
do
here.
to go with Obi Toppin and the other pieces they have?
You need some shooters. I mean, you need some guys. I mean, you know, when you think about Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, there's a logjam of bigs that they have there, but you need guys. R.J. Barrett, they love to attack the rim, so you need guys that can space the floor.
Obi Toppin already in. R.J. Barrett last year. Who will the Knicks get to go with them now at the back end of the first round? Their selection
Hey,
is
Steph,
in.
did you
as
point
we
out those
go
mistakes
next
the first
door,
time
Adam
around
Silver.
too?
With the 23rd pick in
All right,
the
let's see who gets drafted
2020
right here.
NBA draft.
Is it RJ?
The New York Knicks select Leandro Bolmaro from Cordoba, Argentina.
Good stuff, man. Damn, this is a tall family. Oh my.
And there was such
I wish I was
delight
tall.
that the camera kind of got knocked around.
I
a
can
little
still get
bit
buckets,
in the
though.
Initial celebration.
I'm short, but I'll get
swingman
buckets.
out of Argentina, and now celebrating in Barcelona with his friends and family. In the pantheon of Argentinian sports, a couple of names resonate around the globe. It's not just Bolmaro, Lionel Messi, a six-time award winner as a top player. There was Manu Ginobili, a four-time All-Star and champion with the San Antonio Spurs. And now you have someone trying to follow in the footsteps in the 20-year-old forward Leandro Bolmaro. Some have said he is the future. We will find out if that is the case. What say you, Mike Schmitz?
I love Leandro Bolmaro's game. You know, he actually grew up playing for Manu Ginobili's brother, and he's gotten some guidance from Manu throughout this process. What stands out most is his energy. He's all over the floor defensively. He picks up 94 feet. He has great hands, great feet, and he can really facilitate with either hand in the open court. He's incredibly creative. He attacks closeouts with great instincts, and this is a kid who plays with joy. He plays with passion that we've seen from these Argentinian greats in the past, and he's already playing in an NBA environment out in Barcelona. He's playing for Sharas Jasikevičius, the great Maryland player, NBA player, and now coach. He's playing with Alex Sabrinas, Brandon Davies. He's Nikola Mirotic. He's already
See you,
in
Jackson.
that NBA environment.
Thank you for stopping by, bro. Have a good night, man. I appreciate you.
You could bring him over now.
I appreciate
but he's
you,
most
man.
likely going to spend the next season in Barcelona.
And you see first-round picks from Argentina. In the past, back in 2003, Carlos Delfino was a 25th
Someone asked about
overall
Manu.
pick by the Detroit
Yeah,
Pistons.
I'm pretty sure
Let's go
Manu's
check
from
in with Malik.
Argentina. Yeah,
Thanks,
he is,
Reese.
right?
Leandro, you are just the latest in a long line of distinguished Argentinian players, including Manu Ginobili, whose brother you actually played for, and you've had Zoom calls with him during this pandemic.
Yeah, they just mentioned
What
Manu.
does it mean to you to follow along and be the next in that tradition?
No, for me, it's like a dream. I cannot believe this. I want to enjoy now and be happy and to enjoy this. Enjoy this and enjoy.
Absolutely, Leandro. Make sure you enjoyed this. Congratulations, Reese.
Okay, Malika, and we're just finding out that Adrian Wojnarowski joins us with some news on this pick that the Knicks just made.
Yeah, Leandro is headed to Minnesota. The Knicks are going to send him along with that pick for 25 and 33. And so now, big
They just
physical,
traded him
European
to the
guard,
Wolves.
played in Barcelona. He goes to the Timberwolves, where they've got a Spanish point guard in Ricky Rubio, who is now on the way there. And New York now gets a couple more picks here, one in the first round and one in the second.
Okay, so starting to put together some assets. You mentioned Ricky Rubio on his way to Minnesota as well. So the Bucks and the Pelicans have a proposed trade that has gotten a lot of attention as the Bucks try to get some help for Giannis. Drew Holiday in the second-round pick, the 60th overall, the final pick of the evening on their way to Milwaukee. And you see what the Pelicans have received. So the Bucks are on the clock. And because of this trade, the Bucks are going to make the selection, but it will be on its way to New Orleans and the Pelicans. Let's see who the selection is with Adam Silver.
Let's see who gets drafted here.
With the 24th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select R.J. Hampton from Little Elm, Texas.
Oh, there he goes.
So R.J. Hampton, who opted not to play in college and instead go overseas to play, is a
He does not look
first-round
happy.
pick selected by the Bucks, but on his way to New Orleans, not far from his native Texas.
Yeah, and he's a blur in the open court. He's going to be one of the fastest players in the entire NBA from the day he steps foot in this league, and he's 6'6". He's explosive. He's really improved as
Why
a
doesn't he
perimeter
look happy?
shooter as well, and I think really benefited from his season out in New Zealand. He told me it allowed him to grow up. He's already been through that rookie hurdle, so he's going to be more well-suited to join.
Am I tripping, or does he not look
LaMelo
happy?
Ball and R.J. Hampton both played in Australia in their National Basketball League last year. Ball played with Illawarra and Hampton played with the Breakers. Hampton forged his own path and made the announcement on Get Up.
Next year, I will be going overseas to play in the Australian Basketball League with the New Zealand Breakers.
My decision to not go to college shocked the world. I got offers from pretty much almost every college in the country. My top four were Kansas, Kentucky, Memphis, and Texas Tech.
I mean, I get what you guys are saying, but dude, you just got drafted.
Every night
Like-
you have a tough matchup. You know, you really have to be mentally strong to withstand the
I mean,
season.
I'm not here to
There wasn't really
critique or
super
anything, like,
cultural
everyone
differences
shows
from New Zealand
emotion
and Texas or
differently.
America.
Like-
Slang was different. I'm thinking of
He
one
just
of my
didn't look
teammates.
like he cared that he
Let's
got
go,
drafted.
mate. Good shot, boy. My time in New Zealand was great, being with family, people that I call family now. I'm forever thankful for the time I spent over there.
Okay, we're just told, Woj has just found out that R.J. Hampton, we thought he was being picked for the Pelicans, but the pick is on the way to Denver instead.
Yeah, and he has incredible speed. I mean, this is a guy who changes ends as fast as any player in the world. And at that size, 6'6",
damn, y'all see him block
strides,
LaMelo?
He really puts pressure on the rim. Euro steps. He's extremely creative. So he gives Denver another element, another ball handler alongside a Jamal Murray, and he can really make plays.
Yeah,
so he might
with
be
him
getting
along with
traded.
Monte Morris, like their ability to create shots. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like Jamal Murray in the playoffs, he had to do everything. So to be able to have Monte Morris, now R.J. Hampton, this gives him a different dynamic.
Okay, so the Bucks made the selection, thought it was going to the Pelicans, going to wind up in Denver, but as a reminder that all trades right now still have to go through NBA legal before they become finalized. That's why we put proposed trades on the graphic, but we believe that R.J. Hampton will eventually wind up in Denver. Oklahoma City about to make a selection. Here's the commissioner.
Let's see who goes to OKC.
With the 25th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Emmanuel Quickley from the University of Kentucky.
So the second Wildcat guard going in the last few picks, in the last 5 picks to be
He kind of looks
precise.
like Colin
Tyrese
Sexton.
Maxey went to Philadelphia. Emmanuel Quickley is selected by the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's trying on that hat for size. Averaged 16 points this past season.
Emmanuel Quickley is an excellent shooter. He's a big-time free throw shooter, never misses from the line, but he gets his feet set. He's got deep range. Not the type of guy, he doesn't put it on the deck quite as well as Tyrese Maxey does, but his deal is he can absolutely shoot the ball. And so a little bit surprised that I didn't have him pegged as a first-rounder. I don't know, Mike Schmitz, if you did either. It's a little bit of a surprise he's going this high, but he's going this high because he can absolutely shoot it.
And if you sit down and spend time with him, he's one of the most mature kids you'll ever chat with, just in terms of his work ethic, his approach to the game, and he's going to bring that mentality to the NBA.
Very strong family background as well. You mentioned the shooting, too. Only one Kentucky player has had a better free throw percentage, and that was Tyler Hero. Shot just a few percentage points, or part of a percentage point higher than Emmanuel Quickley did this past year. So Quickley is on his way to Oklahoma City as they once again start to reshape their roster and their team.
Exactly. You think about youth, right? Youth movement. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, like another Kentucky guy. I mean, the way that they play, and he's taken such an explosion, such a leap from a player developmental standpoint to be able to have these two together, working out together. Like it's a good move for them.
And all these guards from Kentucky are used to playing with multiple ball handlers. It was Ashton Hagans, it was Tyrese Maxey, and then Emmanuel Quickley. So he's going to fit right in with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So Kentucky didn't produce as many lottery picks or any lottery picks tonight. We're customarily seeing a lot of those guys being selected, but still 2 more first-rounders coming out of that Wildcat juggernaut. Emmanuel Quickley going to Oklahoma City.
I think the stream is lagging. Let me know. Do you guys know, is it lagging?
At number 26. All right, let's have a look at and see Oklahoma City as they have been through the ringer, starting back with the Kevin Durant era and the Russell Westbrook. James Harden moved on. As you know, in the last year they had Chris Paul. What will the future be this time? They've done a tremendous job in trying to figure it out as things have changed. Have a couple of first-round picks in this year's draft. One they just made with Emmanuel Quickley is one of them. Through 2026, they've got all kinds of first-round picks, 16.
Guys. Okay, I just got an update from Bleacher Report. It says the Warriors fear that Clay hurt his Achilles.
2026, and Thunder was 16. The Knicks are next closest with 10 of those. We've had a couple of Kentucky
I really
selected.
hope he
Pleased
did
to
not
be
just
joined
hurt his
by
Achilles.
the head coach of the
Oh my gosh,
Wildcats,
that would
John
be terrible.
Calipari. John, the most recent one was Emmanuel Quickley. What's Oklahoma City getting in him?
Well, he's going to the Knicks. You got to know he's going to the Knicks. And they're getting a worker, a great kid, a terrific basketball player, helps build the culture you're talking about, great faith, great family. Player of the year in the SEC. We win the league by 3 games because of how he played and how Tyrese and, I'm waiting on Ashton, waiting on Nick, waiting on EJ. We're waiting on some guys, but I'm happy for those two. And Tyrese, I was on with Doc, Sam Cassell, tutoring him like he did John Wall and like he did Shea. It's been a good night. I wish, that there's some guys that passed on Tyrese that are going to regret it. I won't say much. because I'm happy he's in Philly.
He wound up in a good spot, John. What is it, do you think, that playing in your program
I really hope
with
he
so
did not
many
tear his
great
Achilles.
players and the way you've been able to recruit, how does that prepare these guys to be able to step in quickly and produce in the NBA?
My gosh, bro.
Well, they have to fight here. They're not guaranteed anything. And when you pick here, you know they're going to be other good players. So you got to take what you want. You're not going to be given anything. You got to earn it. You got to create your space. And then the last thing is the habits you have to have. They understand if you're not a gym rat, if you don't want to be in that gym, if you don't want to get better, you don't come here. And so, you know, these kids get that when they leave. The competitive spirit you have to have, the snarl of Tyler Hero. I mean, it was unbelievable seeing that come out of those guys, Bam and Shea and Jamal. And Tyrese is a lot like Jamal, and you're going to see Emmanuel quickly stretch the floor for the Knicks.
Is there anyone that has surprised you in terms of being able to develop from when you had them on campus and turned into a productive player out of all of these guys that you've been able to put in the league the last few years?
Well, I didn't know Shea would get it that fast. You kind of knew, like Jamal could score so many ways. You knew the league was moving toward how he played. And now I'm saying that about Tyrese, the same kind of stuff. But Tyler, being the youngest guy and having the, whatever you want to call those, you know, to
Careful.
just go play and not be afraid and take big shots and want to be, I mean, I knew he was going to be good. But it just showed he left here knowing I'm not afraid of anything. Coming here, you got to bet on yourself. You're not betting on me as a coach. You're betting on yourself. And you're not afraid to come into this. And those are those kids, and that's why I feel they do so well.
John, congratulations on 2 more first-rounders so far, and perhaps more to come, and certainly more guys to be drafted before the end of the night, we would suppose. We appreciate your time. Congratulations again.
Thanks.
All right, John Calipari joining us. Here are the 2 guys from Kentucky who have gone, the 2 guards, Tyrese Maxey and Emmanuel Quickley. Maxey going to Philadelphia quickly, the most recent selection going to Oklahoma City. Celtics are
Let's see who
on
Boston
the clock,
picks,
and they have
y'all.
made
Let's see who
their
they
selection.
With the 26th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Peyton Pritchard from the University of Oregon.
Peyton Pritchard, family dog, not knowing what all the commotion's about, I'm sure, in Westland, Oregon, but Fido's going to get a few extra treats now because the Pac-12 Player of the Year has just been selected by the Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard, the 4th player to lead the Pac-12 in scoring and assists in a single season. And you see how tough he is, started all 105 games. I don't know if anything would speak more to his work ethic than scoring 45 in high school. Next morning at 6:30, we're right back in the gym.
So in high school, I wasn't the most naturally gifted, wasn't the most athletics. So I took that and knew that I had to develop my skills in other areas to be at a high level, and that would have been dribbling.
Peyton Pritchard with ice in his veins.
So I would get up in the mornings around 6 and I would use a yellow rough weighted ball and get 4 rips in my fingers, and then I have to tape them up and bandage them up before practice. And my high school coach was wondering why all my fingers were taped, and it was just because of dribbling.
What a shot!
At the end of the games, I'm able to keep going like I'm still fresh because of my work ethic and all the hours I put in. That's what I love to do.
There's the reaction. 26th pick. Well, he's used to the green, having played in Oregon, so he's going to be able to stay in the same color, and he just had a sensational career at Oregon.
Boston selected competitive, and they selected winner and a clutch performer. He won 4 state titles in high school.
I'm trying to catch up with any sort of information that's coming out on anything.
He can stretch it out and shoot it from deep. He's strong when he puts the ball on the floor. He's a competitive defender, and even though he's not the greatest athlete, He stays in front of you when he guards on the ball. He's got really good hands, and he constantly fights. 41% from three. He's a fighter and a winner and led Oregon to a Final Four.
How many more picks in the first round? I think 3.
Have a couple
yeah,
of guys
20,
who can
no, 4.
put in the basket out of this draft.
Yeah, guys that play off with Jason Tatum and
4
Jalen
more
Brown, and also
first-round
now
picks.
if
If
you
you
have
haven't
Brad Wanamaker
subscribed-
as a restricted free agent, you don't have to.
If you haven't
match that off.
subscribed,
It comes
please
to
go ahead and
you
hit
have
that
a guy
subscribe
in
button.
Peyton Pritchard that can handle that responsibility.
And if you haven't given this video a thumbs up,
So Utah Jazz on the clock right now with the 27th
then we definitely
pick.
need a thumbs
Let's
up
take a look
on
at
here
Bills'
as well.
best available, presented by 1800 Tequila.
Well, Jaden McDaniels of Washington, a tall, lanky, very, very skilled player. Tyler Bay from Colorado, we talked about, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, and another outstanding defender on the ball, Trey Jones of Duke.
Random highlights.
Daniel
You said Clay
Boturo,
tore his Achilles.
6'11",
Where-
7
where
feet,
is that?
can really rebound. Led
Where-
the Big Ten
where was
in
that
rebounding,
reported?
An excellent
I see
offensive
that. That's a
rebounder,
rumor,
block
but
shots, and a guy who
where's
can
the actual
face up and
report?
knock down a perimeter shot. One of the most improved players in the country over the last.
Where's the
couple of
actual
years.
report of Clay tearing his
And
Achilles?
those guys are the best available. Utah about to make its pick. Originally, Utah was sitting at 23rd. They made a trade with the Knicks, moved back, picked up an extra second-round pick as well.
Utah's next.
And now, the 27th
For
pick
us too,
overall,
right,
the Jazz
Steph?
making their first selection of the night. Here's Adam Silver.
With the 27th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Udoka Azubuike from Delta, Nigeria, and the University of Kansas.
Okay,
These
I don't know who this dude
continue
is.
to get better and
But,
better during his time
good for
playing
him.
for Bill Self.
The Lakers are probably the
Udoka
30th
Azubuike
pick, I
is
think.
a force.
Yeah, we should be
He
30th.
set an NCAA record for field goal percentage. His career field goal percentage, 74%.
Trey Jones,
Inside of
I believe
5
he's
feet,
from
he is
Apple
dunking
Valley,
on you.
Minnesota.
Not just a rim protector, but a lane protector. Really improved his mobility with that really long wingspan. He is much quicker
Over
off
28?
the floor
Okay.
than he appears to be, but got in much better condition where he could change ends.
All right,
and
y'all,
really
so
move
there's
his
an
feet.
update on the whole Clay
and you're
situation.
not going to take advantage of him
Um,
like you think out in pick and roll situations. You know, everybody tries to pull him
It
away from
says
the basket. but he's done a
Warriors
much
headed
better
to
job of
LA for
moving his
Clay.
feet.
Several
But,
members
man,
of the
he is a
Warriors are
stud around
traveling
the
to be
basket,
with
a good
Clay
rebounder as
for
well.
his Achilles
Udoka grew
MRI
up in
on
Nigeria, and
Thursday.
many times basketball was somewhat of an afterthought. He spent his childhood in survival mode, trying to help his family and coping with the death of his father in 2010. But like so many, he found
My
basketball
Lakers got the next
as
pick.
a way to escape.
Home for me is Nigeria. That's where I was born. I grew up with my mom and my dad before my dad passed away. So it's pretty much just being my mom and my siblings. It's been rough. It's been a rough part. Like I didn't even play basketball, and I just played soccer for fun. I picked up a CD plate, like a videotape of Michael Jordan, and I just started watching it. I was like 11 or 12 back then. My brother was the one that had the video.
I really hope Clay
We
is
had,
not
like,
injured,
internet
y'all.
back there. I just started having the love for the game. Just seeing Michael Jordan and the air just fly. And in my mind, I'm like, that's pretty cool. I feel like I can do that.
I think this is the longest I've ever streamed for. Seriously.
Azubuike did pick up the game late, but he's
Graham
got an infectious
Roberts.
personality.
Bro, I agree with you,
big
dude.
Smile and can be a guy who can really fill a role there.
He's a sizable force. Him and Rudy Gobert now packaged. It gives him a backup center that actually can enforce the paint.
Okay, so the Lakers are on the clock, though the champs pick will
wonder
be
who
on
my
the
Lakers are
move,
gonna take.
eventually winding up in Minnesota. But for the first time tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers name will be mentioned in terms of making a selection. We'll give you the pick when you come back.
Yo, Dad, come play some ball.
Another commercial break, huh?
You're not my dad.
I'm not your dad. Of course I'm your dad's son. If I wasn't your dad, would I be able to do this?
What are you doing?
I'm doing this. Make a switch. Uh-oh. Jake from State Farm.
Here's the deal. There's no replacing the real Chris Paul.
Not my car.
Just like there's no replacing State Farm.
Come on, man. Stop trying to be me.
If you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the new iPhone 12 Pro with 5G, and it's on AT&T, the fastest nationwide 5G network.
Now new and existing customers can get our best deal.
Really? Mom, AT&T has the deal for new and existing customers. I will.
So what'd she say?
It's the wrong person. It's a guy named Carl, but he's very excited and on his way.
Word of mouth advertising. It's what they did before commercials.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on us.
A big college football doubleheader.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Now during the Chevy Cyber Sales event, use $500 Cyber Cash on most SUV models to get $5,250 total cash allowance on most 2020 Equinox models. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers.
My Lakers have 30 seconds to submit their pick. I'm excited, y'all.
Been able to visit with so many of the players selected, 27 of them so far, virtually throughout the night. One of the things that you always enjoy watching when we have the draft typically in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn is the class picture. And you see the nervous energy of trying to get everybody together and lined up to take that picture of everybody who is on hand for the draft.
Shout out to all of you who are still here. This is insane. So many people on here.
That's pretty cool.
That looks pretty sweet, doesn't it?
Man. You guys don't even know how grateful I am. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Shout out to everyone hitting the like button. Thank you to everyone who's hitting subscribe. I think we have almost 180 likes on here.
But this pick is going to wind up in Minnesota via Oklahoma City. So the Lakers making the pick on its way to Minnesota eventually. Here's the commissioner.
182. All right, who do my Lakers
take?
take?
The 28th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft. The Los Angeles Lakers select Jaden McDaniels from the University of Washington.
I'm happy with that. I saw someone in the comments say that they think the Lakers are going to take McDaniels. So whoever said that, you were right. Whoever said McDaniels, you were right.
That's going to wind up in Minnesota.
Yeah.
The third freshman.
This dude is going to learn a lot from LeBron and
12
AD.
points per game, hit 43s and 40 blocks. Miles Bridges and Brandon Ingram did that. Cousin of Juwan Howard, the Michigan coach, and also the two-time NBA champion 2012-14. And Jalen McDaniels, his brother, was a second-round pick. So what is it that Minnesota eventually will get?
Well, they get a special talent. Jaden McDaniels, I mean, it's amazing how young he is. He just got his braces off last year. But he is long, athletic, very versatile on defense. He's got a high release on his shot. Very mobile and very fluid, especially in the open court. He can handle the ball. He reminds you a little bit of Jonathan Isaac that played at Florida State. But versatile skill set. He just needs to get stronger. He tends to turn it over a little bit, almost 3 turnovers per game. And he had an odd thing.
We might trade him to the Wolves?
A little bit too much.
Dang.
He had 6 technicals this last year, so he's a little bit of an emotional player, but a special talent, a really good player.
So he told you McDaniels is on his way to Minnesota. Leandro Bolmaro was also selected earlier. He'll wind up there, and the first overall pick was Anthony Edwards. So Woj, Minnesota's doing a lot to try to craft that roster right now.
Yeah, Gerson Rosas, Minnesota's president, he's really turned that roster over fully in the 2 drafts, the 2 years he's been there. Obviously, the big trade deadline deal last year with D'Angelo Russell, who they brought in to pair with Karl Anthony Towns, and obviously picking Anthony Edwards at number 1. And Ricky Rubio is a very popular player in Minnesota. He always loved playing there. He'll be a tremendous mentor for Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. This is a Minnesota organization that's really
Man,
been,
where are all my Raptors
almost
fans?
fully reshaped
Can I get
under
all the
Rose's
every Raptors fan that's watching this right now? I need you in the comments. You guys are literally about to pick. Where are all the Raptors fans?
That they picked up tonight. Well, the NBA is on its way back, and I know that your sports calendar is a little bit off, but watch the start of the 2021
I've been
NBA
trying to
season
get
here
to
in
sub to my
NBA
channel
tip-off
as a
starting
joke for like
December
2 hours now.
22nd. It'll start on TNT, brought to you by the K5 from Kia, the official
You've been here a
automotive
long
partner of the NBA. That's December
Where's your
22nd, just in time for Christmas.
Boom.
Return.
All right, there you go.
So the
You're
Toronto
pinned,
Raptors
dude.
are on the clock with the penultimate pick
You're
of
pinned.
the first round. Kawhi Leonard signed with the Clippers last offseason.
I'll sub to
following
you.
the Raptors
You've been here a
NBA
while. I'll sub to you,
championship,
dude.
forcing Toronto to change things a little bit.
But
Pascal
seriously,
Siakam,
to all the Raptors
first-time
fans, I'm a
All-Star,
Laker fan,
averaging
and I'll
nearly
always be a Laker
23
fan. But
points per game.
there are so many
Their
Raptors
winning
fans who
percentage
support
turned out
this
to be the
channel
best in
that
franchise
I
history
just can't
as
help but support you guys
Toronto
as well.
just
So
continued to find ways to win. They do
I'm
have
excited
some
for
key
you guys.
free
I know the
agents in
29th
Fred
pick isn't the
VanVleet
hottest
and
pick,
company also are
but
gonna have to
I
figure
was
out
rooting
how
for you guys
to
all
shape
season.
that roster as they're
You guys
about
can
to
even watch some of the
make
older
their
videos.
pick.
I was
29th
rooting for the
overall.
Toronto
There's under
Raptors.
2 minutes left for the Raptors to make that selection. So what's in store for Toronto here?
I think potentially looking at a shooter like
In
Jordan
fact,
Nwora
so
out of Louisville, 6'7",
I DM so many
6'11"
Raptors
wingspan,
fans
can really shoot the ball
because
on the
so
move.
many of you guys are
Potentially
always
a guard as
DMing me,
well. Malachi
and
Flynn,
I always
I was
respond
able
to every
go out
single
Vegas
person.
and
I
watch
always
him
respond to
play
all of
3-on-3,
you.
and he was incredibly impressive. Reminded me a little bit of Devontae Graham. So those are two guys I'm high on at this spot.
Yeah, with Fred VanVleet as an unrestricted free agent, I mean, him potentially moving, I think a guard could be helpful, especially Kyle Lowry as he trends to get a little bit older. Depending upon what happens with Ibaka, Gasol.
Yeah,
might also be
I
looking
made
for
a
some
video
depth from
one time.
the big
I think I had like
position.
300
An
subs.
excellent use of the term
And I just
penultimate
talked about
by you
as
for
from
this
a
pick.
Laker
And
fan's
don't
point of
think we
view
didn't notice.
why I
Excellent
think
work by
people
you.
need to stop sleeping on the Toronto
That was worthy
Raptors.
of the first round.
And that video got like 10,000
Whenever
views.
I
It was
use an SAT
insane.
word, you break
And
up just
ever
like
since
you do.
then,
You
so
say
many
Raptors
Raptors
fan,
fans have been supporting the channel.
People in the bag.
And I'm like, if you guys are supporting me, I got to support your team. So
give the people what they want
all the time.
So I mean, that's
Raptors
just
going to
what
make
happened.
this pick
But
now, 29th overall.
yeah,
and then
I was rooting for
wrapping
you
up the
guys
first
in
round
that
will be,
series against
the
Boston. You guys put up a
Celtics
hell of a
with the
fight.
30th pick of the first round. Is
7
there anybody
games.
so far that you're really surprised it has
Game 7 could have really gone either way.
Yeah, well, I mean, a little bit surprised that
But
Daniel
hey,
Ventura
for you
was
guys
not
having
selected
lost
yet.
Kawhi
But there are
Leonard,
number of
you
players.
guys
I
had
mean,
a
Tyler
hell of a
Bay's still
season.
on the board from
Hell of a
Colorado.
season. So
you know, Nico Mannion's not been selected. Desmond Bane's not been selected. It'd be interesting. You know, Mike Schmitz just mentioned Malachi Flynn.
We the
San
North.
Diego
That's a
State,
good
Tyler
point,
Terry
man.
of Stanford is another point guard.
Fred
who can really
VanVleet,
shoot the ball.
that guy, if he
Thought-
was on,
thought
let's
this
say,
is about the
any
time
big
that he
team,
would be taken. So there are a number of really good options. And it
if he was
shows
on the
depth
Lakers,
of
if he
this
was
draft
on
of
just
good
any
players.
big market,
there may not be a depth of like
that dude would
no-brainer
be a
great
household
player
name.
all-stars in this draft.
Seriously,
but there are a bunch of guys
Fred
that have been playing this
VanVleet
league for a long
is
time,
such a good
and it's gonna
basketball
go into
player.
the second
I would
round.
take
Guys that
him
you thought
on the
should have
Lakers
or could
any
have been
given day,
first-round picks
any
and just
day.
slip into the second
Seriously.
Yeah, we talked last
But
night
besides
in the draft
Raptors
preview
fans
show about,
and people who really keep up with the
surprises that you didn't know
NBA, no one really
necessarily
knows who
Steph
Fred
Curry was
VanVleet
drafted,
is,
he would
and that's just because he's
transform
on
the way the game was played, that
the
Kawhi
Raptors.
Leonard would
But
become the level of superstar that he is. We'll put you on the spot. If you had to pick
Let's
one
see.
guy, if we're saying that the
you hated how
Raptors don't
Pascal
expect
played, bro. I
necessarily,
mentioned that like 10 minutes ago, and people thought I was tripping.
cornerstones, all-time
Pascal
greats,
Siakam
someone's
really
gonna become a
underperformed this
superstar.
postseason. Last postseason, he exceeded all expectations, but this postseason, he played like George Paul. Seriously, Pascal Siakam seriously underperformed this entire postseason. Kawhi should have stayed for sure. He went to the Clippers and got embarrassed. He should have just stayed where he knew the water was wet.
If we thought that now, they'd be at the top of the draft.
Yeah, did I miss any comments on here? I might have.
6, top 7 in the
I might
league.
have.
Like, I don't think there's.
I don't see anything that I missed, but I might have.
Superstars. So it's hard for me to put.
Shoot, I accidentally almost blocked somebody. Didn't mean to do
That's
that.
kind of the definition of surprise. I mean, you know, like.
All right, let's see who these Raptors get. Come on.
The definition of your job is to forecast and tell me what I'm going to see, right?
Be on my boat in the South.
Steph, I promise we're out of here in like 9 minutes.
Oh, I see.
Gonna go feed you.
It's duck and weave, Bob.
What should I go eat, by the way? Like, what should we go eat? You guys can let me know.
With the 29th pick in the 2020 NBA NBA draft. The Toronto Raptors select Malachi Flynn from San Diego State University.
Yep, they got Malachi Flynn,
And there
SDSU.
he is. Mike's talked about him a couple of times tonight. Malachi Flynn going to Toronto. He was the Mountain West Player of the Year and the
Right, I was
Defensive
just about to
Player
say
of the
that.
Year.
He was
Started
the
his
Mountain
career
West
at
Player of the Year.
Washington State, but transferred to San Diego State. Wanted to play in a winning program, and he was
Is he
certainly on
black?
course to do that before the pandemic shut down the
Is
season.
that dude black
Didn't
or
get a chance
no?
to play in
I
the
really have
NCAA
no idea.
tournament, but now
It's
he's
kind
a
of like me.
first-round
Like
pick
you have no
of
idea.
Raptors.
Yeah, he's one of the best pick and roll.
I mean,
players
right now I
in
look
the
white,
draft,
but
and he's really improved.
if I
as
take
a
my
playmaker.
beanie off,
You know,
I have
he
an
was
afro.
more of a
So,
scorer
man.
at Washington State. He was more of a bucket getter who could really shoot it off the bounce. Then he goes to San Diego State. And
I think me and
completely
him might be a little
evolves his
related.
game. And then on the defensive end of the floor, he'll climb into you.
Yeah,
He's not
dude, you
afraid of
called it.
contact.
You called
He's
it for
incredibly
sure.
Quick hands and feet.
You for sure
Actually
called
won
it.
Defensive player
But
of the
yeah,
year
does
in
anyone
that
know,
conference
is this
as
dude
well,
black?
Despite not having the most impressive measurables. So I love his mentality. Reminds me a little bit of
Yeah, he has to be.
Devontae Graham.
He has to be. Not that it matters if he is or not.
Brother
I'm just
theory,
curious.
He's the youngest of 7.
And there is the family.
Yeah, he has to
picture,
be
the
black.
youngest
Look at
of
his mom.
7, so
Yeah,
he
look at
knows
his
how
fa-
to
yeah, he's
compete
black.
For sure. He
He's black.
also grew a foot.
I'm telling you,
Billis had
light
been
skins
analyzing
can
him in
always
high
point
school.
out
He
a
would
light
use
skin.
his magician quality.
For
He
sure.
said, I think he's going to grow a foot and be a first-round pick in the NBA draft.
He grew a foot, so now he has 3.
Terrence Davis got arrested? No way.
Oh.
That was bad.
Come on, see, that was the penalty.
Are you serious?
Okay. The Flynn family was able to see the picture that we just put on the screen. As they're looking at the pic, did they like that one?
Oh, it was like a week ago.
The family photo.
It is interesting watching how Toronto
I don't know how I
moves
didn't
towards,
hear
like,
about
towards
this.
smaller guards.
Unless
though,
it
like
was for a
Kyle Lowry.
DUI.
Obviously, he's 6'1". You have Fred VanVleet and how they've had some success playing small guard basketball.
You know, 10, 12 years ago, you wouldn't have done that. You'd
No.
want a bigger, stronger guard. But now,
Oh,
with the
I
rules
think I
having
did hear
changed,
about
where
this.
Skill is more of a factor.
I was like half asleep or something.
We pointed to
But
Fred
yeah.
VanVleet. I mean,
No, that's
same
awful.
thing for him 10, 12 years ago. But
No,
Malachi
I was like
Flynn
half asleep, but
Knows how
yeah.
to play.
Dang.
And I think this is a terrific pick for the end of the first round.
And if you talk to people who knew Fred VanVleet at that age, they would say Malachi's temperament was very similar. Not as exactly his game, but just the way he approaches things. He's not some brash guy. He's not all that vocal, but he commands respect from his teammates.
And really well conditioned. I mean, really well conditioned.
Will serve him well because there's not a lot of time to get ready because training camps are just around.
Seriously,
the
I
corner.
just want to thank
It
all of
started
you
the
who have
season
been here.
just less than a month
You guys have no
away.
idea how
So,
grateful I am.
had a trade
I mean
in
that.
July of
You guys have no idea how
2019.
grateful I am.
The Celtics got this first-round pick. That they
There's
were
only
about
one
to
more
make
pick left in the
final
first
pick
round.
of the first
But
round. The Suns in
I
exchange
appreciate
took
all of you guys
a
supporting.
first-round pick in 2019
I always try to
draft.
bring you
They
guys the
24th
most
overall,
unbiased
turned into
NBA
former
news.
Virginia star Ty Jerome and
So,
also Aaron Baines going
thank
in
you
that
all so
trade.
much.
So the Celtics are on the clock. The Celtics have already.
I'm a Raiders
chosen
fan,
Aaron
baby.
Smith and Peyton Pritchard.
Shout out
The
to
Celtics
Air
about to
Prod,
make the
for
pick.
real. Air
Woj
Prod.
joins us now.
Shout out to you, man.
Where is this pick going to wind up, Adrian?
Reese, this pick is on its way.
You're a
to
Seahawks
the
fan?
Memphis Grizzlies.
Pete Carroll, man.
They were
That
trying
dude's
to
the
move up
guy.
in the draft and find some shooting. You know, Desmond Bain of TCU is a player they were really high on in the pre-draft process, but now Boston will select this pick for the Grizzlies.
All right, Woj, so Boston's had a productive night in terms of selecting
Let's see who Boston
shooters,
picks.
and they will make this final pick. You just heard it's on its way to Memphis, who certainly got a prize in the draft last year by taking Ja Morant. So with a minute left on the clock, the selection has been made by Boston for the Grizzlies.
With the 30th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Desmond Bain from Texas Christian University.
Dang, look how happy they all look. That's amazing.
Desmond Bain, the first draft pick from TCU since Lee Nailon last century in 1999.
My friend goes to
You talked
TCU,
about his
actually. I
ability,
wonder if she knew him.
To shoot the ball.
I wonder if
and
Megan
that
Henry
is
knows
what the
this guy.
Grizzlies will get as we go back to the commissioner.
That's what's up.
That concludes the first round. The second round will be conducted by Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum. Before I turn things over to Mark, I want to send my appreciation to all NBA fans watching around the world. I hope everyone stays safe and healthy. I'd also like to wish our viewers here in the United States a very happy Thanksgiving. That's it from me, but please stay tuned for the second
All right, you guys. Seriously, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the support.
Commissioner,
Please
thank
give
you
this
very
video a
much.
like if you have not done so already. Hit subscribe if you have not done so already. I always bring you guys the most unbiased NBA news as fast as I can. Thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate it. This is the most viewers we've ever gotten on here. We had more than 250 people on here at one point. So I appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. Thank you. Thank you all so much. For real.
Went on.
Like,
He was
I'm
not
about to end
highly
the stream.
recruited, sort of wound up at TCU later in the recruiting.
But thank you guys.
This is what the Grizzlies
190
are
likes. That's
Yeah,
insane.
lightly recruited
Thank
out
you
of high
guys so
school.
much.
Almost
All
signed
right,
with
I'm
Miami
out.
of Ohio, but he can stretch the defense. He understands team defense. He makes the right pass, but he's